I better put myself into the chat. That could help, right? That's a start. Good morning, people. How are we all? How's everybody doing in their lockdown mode? Hey, mate, how goes it? Today we're going to be talking about, God, this sounds like school. Let me make it sound like school. Good morning, class. Today we're talking about what we talk about always, because we have to repeat it. We have to constantly repeat it because people don't seem to fucking want to know and they don't want to remember. We're going to be discussing indoor air and the health problems that it can cause. And if indoor air can cause health problems, then imagine what wearing a mask can do, which pretty much gives you even less fucking air than what you have in your own home. But anyway, we'll wait until a few more pop in before we start today's class. For the newbies, which I won't even bring that up until in a little bit. Douglas, hey. Dean, hey. Chicago PD Transparency, hey. Let me check over here. All right. I think we might be good to go, in the sense of that I can hear my system pick up a little bit. It took me about an hour to get in here, trying to open pages. Yeah, I've still got the same fucking speed issue. Everybody else can get their system fixed. Sadly, they can't send a technician to my house. But there's a reason for everything, right? It's a reason for everything. I've made my coffee. I've got my ciggies. Hey, Danny, how goes it? I've got my ciggies, and I'm ready to bitch. Because Lord knows somebody has to, right? Somebody fucking has to. Because if it's not out there constantly, like I said, people forget. People get distracted. They get distracted. It's not important, something else comes along that's prettier, that looks shinier to them. Oh, that's Ethan. Hey, Ethan. You're not hidden on my chat because, oh, yes, you are. Why are you hidden on my chat? Hang on a minute. Oh, Voynich, somebody has to. Somebody has to. To fix that, mate, because I'm not even hearing you, you need to jump off. You need to get out of the stream thingy, and then try and come back again, because we were talking about this yesterday. So if you can hear me, then just jump off. And if you can't jump off, I'll boot you off and then try coming back in. Yeah. Ethan, if you can hear me, we were talking about this on somebody else's stream, where people are trying to type in the chat, but nobody is seeing their comments in the chat box. That's got nothing to do with being blocked. That's just a YouTube thing. How you doing, Gray?
I had to come on for you to say hi to me. You decided to hi to everybody else. You didn't say hi to me.
Oh, I did fucking so. I saw you as soon as you popped in and I went, hey, grey dude.
But you weren't. Your audio wasn't on.
Yeah, it was.
That's okay. You
You
let
were the
me
first,
on, so I should.
you were
Hey,
the
hey,
first one.
Dean.
You were the first one that I saw and you were the first one that I responded to. Hey, Ryan. Hey, Bob.
Yeah, but the audio wasn't on.
Um,
I am going to go get into the kitchen and get me some tobacco.
okay.
Okay, she says. As she says. Oh, yeah, I just had some pizza for dinner tonight.
Did you?
Oh,
But it wasn't Mario's pizza, so yeah, it must have been boring and grabby and bleh and gluggy and all that kind of shit. Danny, I'm with you on that, mate. I haven't shaved my legs either. I just have nobody to call the local MP to complain, and I do not and will not shave my legs until after winter. I need extra warmth, mate.
oh, that pizza I had, I really enjoyed it. I don't think you'd appreciated it though.
Absolutely not. If it ain't Mario's, it's
No, no, yeah, right, right, yeah. So, yeah, I went low key, just cheese pizza today. Just cheese. I've come to the conclusion that,
life sucks.
excuse me?
You said you've come to the conclusion, and I went, what, that life sucks?
Oh, it's got its moments.
Keep going, sorry. You've
Yeah.
come to the
Well,
conclusion.
you want to find a good pizza. Well, there's only three things that make a good pizza: good cheese, good sauce, and good crust. If you don't have that, I don't care what you put on it. It don't matter. It's still not going to be that good. But if you can just have those three ingredients and it be good, then it's just personal preference to what you put on it, whether it be onion, whether it be pepperoni, whether it be this or that. That's all personal preference. It really doesn't matter what you put on a pizza if those three things aren't good. You got to have the crust, you got to have the sauce, and you got to have the cheese.
Well, see, no, because it still can be ruined. Because if you go and put fucking furry bastard anchovies on top, it ruins all of that. It ruins the crust, it ruins the sauce, and it ruins the fucking cheese. It's no different to flat earth, okay? I equate flat earth to my cheese crust filled pizza, okay? When you throw fucking government on there like they're equivalent to anchovies, those furry little fuckers, when you throw them onto the flat earth, it just sends everything to shit. Same applies to a pizza. If you put them furry little fuckers on there, that's it. They just fucked up your cheese, your sauce, your crust, everything.
Yeah, I've tried anchovies. I'm not a fan.
Oh God, I hate them. Ugh.
Yeah, not a fan.
Oysters? Oh, good God. Fucking oysters are like trying to eat your own snot.
No, the one thing that that especially didn't like about the anchovies is how salty they were. Now, if you were to take that, like, anchovy and minced it, chopped it up, and spread it out across the whole pizza, then I don't know. I've never tried that. So, but yeah, one anchovy is enough for me. You know, certain things are good, you know, if they're to one person, they can eat a whole bag of them or can of them or whatever, and another person just the thought of it turns them off, you know.
Some years ago, I had a gentleman take me out to dinner, and I think he wanted to impress me because I told him about oysters and how I don't like eating oysters and never have done. I've just taken a look at them and they wanted me, oh, I just wanted to hurl. But anyway, he says, no, you've got to get oysters Kilpatrick, he goes, because that's where they actually bake them. And I sat there and I was looking at him and I says, okay, I says, I'll try one and we'll go from there. So he ordered the oysters. I said to him, don't order me a thingy because if I can't fucking eat them, it's going to be sitting there.
Yeah.
Anyway, he orders these oyster Kilpatrick or whatever it was where they're actually cooked. Well, I must have picked up the wrong motherfucker on there, or they were all the same. When I put that into my mouth, my guts literally came up to my throat. I'm there spitting this out into a fucking serviette, okay? Spitting it out into a serviette, and I said to him, dude, can't do it. This is like eating your own snot. It's like you've tried to put the odd little bit of veg on top and bake your own fucking snot. You can keep your fucking oysters. Can't
Yeah.
do it. Can't do it.
Never even tried.
Can't do it.
Never, yeah, I understand that. Never even tried an oyster. Never tried sushi. Won't try it.
I won't eat raw
Uh,
fish.
huh?
I won't eat raw fish. I will eat. I
Exactly.
will
I
eat
won't.
the sushi that is like rolled up, in seaweed when you put in your own rice and you put in whatever vegetables you want, you roll it up and then you slice it and you dip it into soy sauce. That's just fucking yum. Okay?
Well, that's raw fish.
No,
Oh,
no, if you don't put raw fish in there, it's not raw fish. You can put whatever you want in there because I make them at home here. The only thing that I'm
oh, I
using,
see. You're just talking about the roll without the raw fish.
yes.
I got you. Seaweed, rice, and what else? Carrot, and what else would you put in there?
Oh God, what do I put in there? If I've got chicken, I'll slice up chicken. I will put cucumber in there. I put chopped up lettuce in there. I can put chopped up tomato in there. You can put whatever you want in there. Avocado I put in there. Carrots I put in there. Capsicum I put in there. Whatever it is
Can
that
you
you want to roll up.
can you put any anchovies in there?
You could, but there's no fucking way to throw it in fucking sushi. They're little mongrels.
Yeah, yeah, they're salty as all get out.
Oh, it's
Oh,
not even that. They taste hairy for fuck's sake. It tastes like I don't even want to say it. Yeah.
okay. Been so long, I can't even remember. I just was really set off by how salty they were.
Hey, Margie.
Yeah. Yeah, only put three seasonings on the pizza. It was salt, pepper, and
Let's
garlic
go see who Margie.
powder.
Hang on a minute. Let's go see who Margie is. I want to see. Margie, you need to stop spamming my chat.
If she's
If you're
spamming.
going to put something in my chat, then can you write it all just in one hit and not be doing word for word because that will get you banned from here. But I appreciate you coming by. Hello, Beaver.
Oh, beef.
So thank you for the thumbs up. So how's everybody else
Did I
doing
give
in
you a
chat?
thumbs up? Oh, yeah, yep.
If anybody else wants to jump on, by all means do so. I did put a link. If you can't get to it, if you scroll up and you can't see it, let me know and I will drop in another one.
It's should be there still. It should be there. Yeah. Yeah. No, no more ice on the lake here where I live. So the ice is all gone. That's sweet. Even your buddy thinks that's
Hey,
a good deal. Oh, someone wants to go out and water a plant.
it's me, buddy. Stop it.
Well, anyway, I saw you. I saw you just come on there, and I was trying to get on. Then I saw somebody else popped on, and you hadn't said hi to me. You said hi, but the mic wasn't on, so I didn't hear it. And I'm going, oh, this guy's got a pump. Who was that was on first?
Uh, who came on after you?
No, he came on before me.
Mai Tai, no, you came on first, then Mai Tai came on, then Dean, then Douglas, then Chicago, then Danny, then Voynich,
No,
Brian.
I'm talking about on what was it StreamYard? StreamYard. He popped in, and he had to pop out again.
Ethan, yeah,
Who
because
was
Ethan
that?
was saying that people aren't seeing his comments aren't showing in chat. And I said to him, I have not blocked it. And we were talking about this last night on somebody else's stream. And they were saying that people are not seeing their comments in chat. Because I was saying that usually whoever comes in, I try and address people as they come in, or I try and address questions if somebody's got questions or whatever. So you know, I was saying basically if I don't address you or if somebody else doesn't say hello to you, then your comments are not being seen. So, but it's not by the owner blocking somebody, it's just a YouTube thing at the moment, seems like.
Yeah, I see. Well, anyway, I saw that he had to get off, and I was already a little upset there that he beat me on.
Did you
And
did you see
oh,
Ethan comment in chat?
sorry.
Did you see Ethan comment in chat?
No, I wasn't really looking at chat.
Yeah, because he definitely didn't come up in chat, but
Yeah, I don't see him anywhere.
let me go to the other one and see if I can see anything there.
I was trying to make a funny Perth, but you stole it from me.
I'm sorry. Where were you what were you making a funny about?
Well, I was saying that I was upset that Nathan got on before me, and that if I came on, I would be like he would be between you and me, and I wouldn't be next to you. And then when I heard that he was having to get off, that I hurried to get on so I could be next to you.
Oh, boy, too drunk, pretty drunk early.
Oh,
It's
that
still,
wasn't very funny, I know, but I tried.
you
Yeah,
did.
just to feed in more to Beaver's theories that you got me on a string or something.
Oh, listen, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I did pretty much put that out there to Beaver, and I'm pretty sure that he heard what I said. So
I can't remember if I did or not. That's okay though. I don't care. I don't care. Just was trying to make a funny. And anyway, how's things? How did you sleep last night, Perth?
I'm forcing myself to sleep. I'm having to
Ah,
literally force myself to sleep.
yeah. It's that bad, huh? You got to force yourself, eh?
Yes, because I have too much. When I have too much running through my head, it becomes hard to sleep. So I have to force myself.
You know, I've run into people like that. That seems to be a fairly common problem. They can't shut off their brain, and it's just and what their thoughts keep them up, and yeah, it's sad. That's I don't have that problem, so
Well, I'm going to share screen, and I'm gonna read you guys something. I mean, it'll be on the screen, so you can read it yourself if you want, if you can see it. But
read it to me, Perth.
I'm gonna read it anyways, just in case. Okay, this is considering where all useless eaters have self-isolated and are wearing masks and yada 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 and whatever the fuck, and being snitches, keeping people in, and all the rest of it. If we look at this, and I'm not going to be looking at chat for a bit, so if we look at this, indoor air can cause health problems. Now, you've got to keep in mind while we're going through this that everybody's been told to stay inside, firstly. Secondly, everybody's being told masks, 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 masks. All right. Are you worried about the air you breathe? Don't think you're safe just because you're inside. The Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, says that the air in homes and other buildings can be more seriously polluted than outdoor air. Indoor air pollution can cause big health problems. People who may be exposed to indoor air pollutants for the longest periods are often those most at risk to the effects of indoor air pollution. This includes children, older adults, and people with long-term chronic illnesses. Hello? Most indoor air pollution comes from sources that release gases or particles into the air. Things such as building materials, air fresheners give off pollution constantly. Other sources such as tobacco smoke, burning wood stoves also cause indoor pollution. Some indoor air pollutants have been around for years, but they often were weakened by outdoor air seeping into the home. Today's more energy efficient homes don't let as much outdoor air get inside. Indoor air hazards. Ozone generators are sold as air cleaners. They make ozone gas on purpose, but high concentrations of ozone react with organic material inside and outside the body. When ozone is breathed in, it can harm the lungs. This can cause chest pain, coughing, shortness of breath, and throat irritation. Have we heard that somewhere before? It can make chronic lung disease such as asthma worse. It can also increase the risk of lung infection. The EPA says that research does not support claims that ozone from these devices removes dust, pollen, and chemicals from the air. No federal agency has approved these devices as air cleaners. The official number found in ozone generator packaging is only the identification of the facility that made the product. It is not an approval number. Other common sources of indoor pollution include live sources. These include mold, mildew, cockroaches, and dust mites. Carbon monoxide and other pollutants are released from fuel burning stoves, heaters, and other appliances. CO is an odorless, colourless gas. It blocks the movement of oxygen in the body. Depending on how much is breathed in, CO can have many effects. It can affect coordination, make heart conditions worse, cause extreme tiredness, headache, confusion, nausea, and dizziness. Very high levels can cause death. Older adults, babies, pregnant women, and other people with heart and lung diseases are even more susceptible to high CO levels. Nitrogen dioxide. This is a product of natural gas and kerosene combustion. Like CO, it is odorless and colourless. It irritates the mucous membranes of the eyes, nose, and throat and causes shortness of breath in high concentration. Long-term exposure to nitrogen dioxide can harm the lungs. It may lead to chronic bronchitis. Exposure to low levels may worsen symptoms in people with asthma and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD. It may also increase other respiratory infections. Sulfur dioxide. This gas is a product of burning kerosene in a space heater. It is very irritating to the eyes and upper respiratory tract. Radon is a radioactive gas that seeps from the soil and rocks under your home. Radon can enter a home through cracks in the foundation, walls, drains, and other openings. Exposure to radon in the home is the second leading cause of lung cancer. Smoking is the first. Kiss my ass on the smoking factor. Secondhand smoke, kiss my ass on the secondhand smoke also. Other indoor pollutants. These are other common household air pollutants. Particulates. These include dust and pollen. Formaldehyde. This is a common preservative and adhesive in furniture, carpets, drapes, particle board, plywood paneling. Breathing formaldehyde fumes can cause coughing, rashes, headache, dizziness, irritation of the eyes, nose, and throat. Household products. These include personal care products, pesticides, household cleaners, solvents, and chemicals used for hobbies. Exposure to these products can cause dizziness, nausea, allergic reactions, cancer, irritated eyes, skin, and lungs. Some cleaning products can cause poisonous fumes. Never mix chlorine, bleach, and ammonia. Remodeling hazards. These include new carpeting and paint. They can give off fumes that irritate the eyes, nose, and throat. Just let me address chat for a moment before we continue. Newer buildings are built with materials. Danny, yes. Proof of this is rise carpet cancer rate, respiratory illness, yes. I install radon vents in new houses when I'm plumbing them. Some cities are requiring that. Oh, listen, they're going to fucking do whatever, you know. I mean, we've been living in shit and with shit for so long. That's why I say to people, take note of what you're buying. Stop fucking supporting all this junk. Asbestos, this may be from insulation, floor tiles, spackling compounds, cement, and heating equipment. These products can be a problem indoors only if the material that contains asbestos is disturbed and becomes airborne. This also happens when the product falls apart with age. Asbestos fibres are light, flexible, and small enough to stay in the air, so the fibres can be breathed in. This causes lung tissue scarring and lung cancer. Lead. This was common in paint made before 1978. Pesticides. Exposure to these can occur through normal use of sprays, strips filled with pesticides, and foggers, also called bombs. Exposure can also occur after using contaminated dusts. This is especially true for children who may be in close contact with contaminated surfaces. Symptoms can include headache, dizziness, muscle weakness, and nausea. Some pesticides may cause cancer. Signs of air trouble. These symptoms may be a sign of indoor air hazards. Abnormal and noticeable odors, stale or stuffy air. Clear lack of air movement, dirty or broken central heating or air conditioning, damaged flue pipes or chimneys, too much humidity. A relative humidity of 30 to 50% is generally advised for homes. Remove standing water, water-damaged materials, and wet surfaces. These can be a breeding ground for molds, mildew, bacteria, and insects. Mold and mildew, obviously. Health reaction after remodeling, moving, weatherizing, buying new furniture, or using household or hobby products. Feeling healthier outside the home. How safe is your air? Never buy more than you need of products that might add to indoor pollution, these including cleaning solvents or pesticides. Follow makers' directions for use, storage, and disposal. Provide ventilation before and after putting in products such as pressed wood furniture and carpets or drapes that might give off chemicals. Don't allow smoking in your home. Kiss my ass. Bathroom, keep moisture under control. Moistures lead to growth of living pollutants and condensation. Exhaust fans can help. Personal care products and air fresheners can give off gases. Find items with little or no aerosol, open your windows and use fans. Have a professional fix or remove damaged asbestos floor tiles. The bedroom. A cold mist humidifier or vaporizer can promote the growth of living pollutants. Use and clean the device correctly, change the water daily. Bedding should use pillows and mattresses covers that block allergens. Wash regularly in water above 130 Fahrenheit or 54 Celsius. Vacuum underbeds regularly to control dust mites. Dry cleaning, air them out before taking them indoors. Think about washing by hand instead. Air conditioners can be a home for living allergens. Clean water trays often and change filters. Living areas. Paneling or pressed wood furniture may release formaldehyde gas. Look for brands such as those with phenyl resin that give off less formaldehyde or brands that seal with polyurethane. Carpets can give off gases when new and they can host living pollutants when wet. Air out new carpets before installing. Ask for adhesives that give off low amount of gases. Clean and dry water-damaged carpet or remove them. Vacuum to control dust mites. Dust mites are an asthma trigger. New draperies may have formaldehyde-based finish. Air out before hanging. I suggest you wash the fucker. Just like your clothes. Wash that fucking shit. Fireplaces create CO and other combustion pollutants. Open the flue during use. Have the flue and chimney inspected each year. Gas or kerosene space heaters create CO and combustion pollutants. Never use them unless they are vented correctly. Open doors to the rest of the house. Use an exhaust fan and open windows slightly. In the kitchen, household cleaners may give off unsafe or irritating vapors. Use non-aerosol, non-toxic products. Moisture from cooking or washing leads to living pollutants. Use exhaust fans. And make sure you wash those fans on the odd occasion. Otherwise, if it's above your stove, all that shit is dropping back down into your food. Unvented gas stoves and ranges raise the risk of CO and combustion byproducts. Clean and adjust burners and use exhaust fans. Never use a stove or range to heat a home. In the garage, engines, engine exhaust carries CO and combustion byproducts. Never run engines in a garage. Paint and solvents. Air out when using. Reseal containers well. Clean brushes outside. Pesticides and fertilizers. Think about using non-chemical methods instead. Air out if using indoors. Fuels. Store labels. Seal fuel containers outside in a well-ventilated area. Laundry or utility areas. Clothes dryers. Unvented dryers promote moisture, living pollutants and dust. Vent dryers to the outside. A gas-fried dryer creates CO and combustion byproducts. Clean lint filters often and provide air for gas combustion. Water. Ground moisture promotes living allergens. Look for condensation on walls, water on floors, or sewage leaks. To keep water out, install gutters and downspouts. Don't water near foundations and grade soil away from the house. Waterproof basement walls. Asbestos again, pipe wrap and furnace insulation should be checked routinely for damage or wear. Have a professional make any repairs. Furnaces and water heaters. Fossil fuel furnaces and water heaters pose risks of CO and combustion pollutants. Have them inspected yearly. Clean around them often and change filters regularly. Call your fuel supplier or fire department at once if you think there is a CO or fuel leak. Radon. Test for radon. Have an experienced certified contractor from your state or the EPA correction radon levels of 4 picocuries per litre or higher. Picocuries. For more information on indoor air safety, contact the EPA of your state's environmental protection, yada, 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 right? Now, that's all that you're living with already, okay? You're living with that already, but they're telling you, stay indoors. Stay indoors. Don't go out unless you have to. Stay indoors because they know what your homes are built of. They know what you're exposed to. They know all of that. Don't think that they fucking don't. They know all of that. It all promotes illness. How's Big Pharma going to survive, if you're not ill? But then, on top of that, let's add a mask. When your body is not getting enough oxygen, the shit that can fucking create, especially in the elderly who are already fucking health compromised. But hey, let's stick a mask on so on top of everything else, your body doesn't get enough oxygen. And the list of fucking dramas that can cause is just, it's just fucking a mile long. But hey, let's do that. Let's just continue doing what they're telling you to do. Be good little sheeple, good little sheeple, and just continue. Continue with the shit. Don't go out into the open air. I mean, hey, I know we're getting sprayed out there, but fuck, it's got to be better than constantly sitting in fucking doors, turning a fucking heater on, and let's all just fucking stay home in that fucking environment. Add some chemicals to it, some cleaning chemicals, yada yada. You are creating and have created a perfect environment for you to get sick. You still with me, Gray?
Yep.
So somebody tell me what's happening in the States. Are any more people standing up, or are they still asking for permission to go back to work? What is going on over there? I would like some first-hand information as to who's standing up and yada, yada, yada. Because I hear from some that some are, but then I hear from others going, no, nobody has.
Oh, I've seen some.
Ryan, sorry, Gray. Just let me address
Uh,
Ryan for a minute there. Ryan, exactly. Somebody was telling me earlier on today on the phone that they went to Bunnings, which is your hardware store here, and that there was a shitload of fucking people there, and they were asked, what about social distancing? And he said the same thing, yeah, nobody gave a fuck. I loved it. I love hearing that kind of shit. I loved it. I thought that is fucking awesome. Wait
yeah.
until it starts raining here and you see there'll be those useless eaters that are lining up trolley spaced outside the supermarket, and then there'll be those that literally just walk in through the fucking front door and go, fuck you, dude. You ain't gonna sell me food, I ain't gonna support you fucking ass. But the one thing that I'm seeing less of here on the streets, people, is the police. I don't know if they're hanging out at some certain fucking area somewhere else, but in my vicinity, the places that I go, in the last, I don't know how long, the other day I even mentioned on a live stream, I saw two for the first time. And they weren't practicing social distancing. I made a point of looking.
Hmm.
Is it useful or pointless for shopping? For shopping, do. Hang on. Opinion on protests in the streets. Is it useful or pointless for stopping 5G since the local government has zero say? Oh, listen, anything that is not good for us should be stopped. Anything that is detrimental to people's health should be stopped. I mean, what the useless eater doesn't realise is it's your tax dollars that are paying for your own extermination. Stop supporting the companies that are selling you stuff that is not good for your health. Anything that comes into your home that is not good for your health, you should not be buying. Put the fucking company out of fucking business. Stop supporting the junk. Because you're not just doing it for you, you're doing it for your kids. Remember, your kids are breathing this shit in. I mean, listen, if you're going to be one of those people, okay, that is scared and that wants to stay home, all right, let's address everybody separately. If you're going to be one of those people, at least get your ass off the fucking couch, get the fuck out of your house, and go walk the block. I'm sure there's enough space out there that you can do that twice a day, okay, just to get yourself the fuck out of the house. My suggestion would be don't try and do exercise with a mask on because you'll probably fucking pass out. But each to their own, you know? Like I say, we can only but bring information out there, and what anybody does with it is totally up to them. People say, oh, you know, one person can't do anything. Well, you can do a small thing. What you can do is stop supporting the products. Stop supporting the companies that make the products that are no good for you. I don't know if people can do that, you know? I mean, some people don't want to get into the fucking shower and scrub with a scrubbing brush and some Ajax, you know? I mean, Ajax has been around for years. Yes, if I probably looked at what was in it, I'd probably find shit that isn't really good for us, but it sure as hell beats 10 different products, one for the glass, one for the bench top, one for the tiles, one for the bathtub, one for the basin. You're just fucking killing yourself. Danny, my modem here has already got it, the button on there. When I had problems downloading my driver, the LAN driver, they said to me to hit the 5G button. I told them to go fuck themselves. So why would I be wanting to hit the 5G button if we don't have 5G in Perth already? You know, I don't get it. Hey Eli, how you doing, mate? Yep, there's a button on mine. There's two buttons. One is I think one is 2.5. I can have I think it's 2.5 and the other is 5G. But that's what they told me to do. Hit the 5G. I told them to go get fucked. So why would they tell me hit the 5G if we already don't have 5G here in Perth? It must be here because what good would it do for me to hit a 5G button if there is no 5G? Yeah, tricky bastards. You got to remember, by the time they come out and they tell you, they've already done it. They've already tested it. They've already tried it. They've already used it. And then they come out and go, oh, but we're going to ask you first. No, they're fucking not. No, they're not. Sorry, Grayer, you've probably lost your train of thought. I interrupted, but I do I do try and answer people's questions. If I don't keep my eye on the chat, then yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say that saw some people out and about on the road today. I don't know. It looked like a pretty good sized group of people walking. I don't know. It was I'd say six or more. And then there was a group of four wheelers or whatever you want to call them, ATVs or whatever those things are called. And it was pretty good sized group went by earlier. Um, yeah, so I've seen some people out and about today. Neighbor's grandkid was up raking leaves out on the out down there, and the other neighbor, which is a seasonal place too, he's up. One of them. So yeah, there's people out and about. Seems like today.
Eli, sorry, great. I got to read this. Did you hear Donald Trump is asking NASA to come up with a mist machine to clear our lungs? Oh, good God. Like, really? Like, there isn't enough mist being sprayed on us, like the barium, strontium, aluminum, etc., etc., etc. But let's trust Donald Trump. Let's trust NASA, shall we? And people will still not do shit. Thank you, Eli. People will still stay seated. This is the sad fucking part, is that people do not object to this. The only place they object is social media, and that will continue. I cannot see this getting better. I can't. It continues. No matter, they introduce whatever the fuck they want. They introduce whatever the fuck they want. And can I please tell you that if Donald Trump is telling you now that he's asking NASA to come up with a mist machine to clear our lungs, they've probably already got one, but it won't be to clear your lungs.
Yeah.
I always encourage people who smoke, keep on smoking, because that nicotine that is sticking to your lungs and has stuck to your lungs is going to stop anything else sticking to your lungs. You can always hook that shit up. Might sound gross, but I tell you what, right now, it's the best way that you're going to keep your fucking lungs clean.
Is it Perth? Is it all right if I mute for a while?
Yeah, go for it, mate.
Okay.
Let me check. Hang on a minute. Let me check. Let's go see that. Let me check so that we can share it. Where are we? Let me check. Leave. Trump asked NASA if their technology could sterilize the inside of people's lungs to kill coronavirus. Hang on a minute, people. I gotta share this shit. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Wait a minute. I'm getting it there. Get off there. No, I don't want. No, I don't want any of that. Okay. Share screen. There you go. Published one day ago on the 24th, 2020. Trump asked NASA if their technology could sterilize the inside of people's lungs to kill coronavirus. Oh, good God. According to Cleveland.com, President Donald Trump asked NASA Administrator Jim Bridenstine if an experimental disinfectant fog in development at the Glenn Research Center could be used. Oh, look at that. if an experimental disinfectant fog in development at the Glen Research Centre could be used to sterilise the inside of people's lungs to treat coronavirus. In development. In development. Cleveland's NASA Glen Research Centre is collaborating with a Kent-based company called Emergency Products Plus Research to develop a fogging system that can be used to decontaminate rooms and ambulances for coronavirus. Well, so far, all the doctors are coming out and they're saying that whatever it is that they're classing as coronavirus, it doesn't exist. Yes, there is a strange pneumonia type thing, right? So why would they be developing a fogging system? Obviously, whatever they're doing isn't working. Whatever they're doing isn't working. My suggestion to people, I wouldn't be fucking breathing it in. I would be keeping an eye on that. After Bronstein explained how Ambustat's device fogs rooms, leaving every surface in the room sterilised, which is not good, because if everything is sterilised in your home or everywhere else, your immune system will forget how to fight off shit. Trump asked whether people could breathe it in. Biden clarified the cleansing occurs without people in the room. This line of questioning occurred just a day after Trump caused a stir by asking his scientists at Thursday's press conference to look into the possibility of injecting people with household cleaner to get rid of. Are you shitting me? Thursday's press conference to look into the possibility of injecting people with household cleaner to get rid of the virus. Has he lost the plot? Has he fucking lost the plot? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? He's lost the plot. They've all lost the fucking plot. They're all fucking insane. People, it's insanity. It's insanity. This is what I'm saying. What more stupid ass shit needs to fucking come out before everybody fucking stands up and says enough is enough? How much more? The stupidity of everything that is fucking going on is just beyond belief. It's beyond belief. Let's inject them. But hey, everybody can stay seated. The Saviour is coming to save you with a vaccine. Saviour is coming to save you with a vaccine. Just all get in line. Get vaxxed up. Who said nobody is going to be left behind when it comes to the vaccine? If you think you're not going to do it, they won't let you shop unless you do it. They won't let your kids go to school unless you have them vaxxed. It'll get to the point where hand over your fucking weapons. I just don't. I can't. I can't comprehend the useless either. I can't. I know that everybody's not on the same fucking page, but for fuck's sake, what happened to having an open mind? If you question one fucking thing, and if you have a look as to how big the lie is surrounding that one thing, surely that would be enough to let people know that you have to question everything. Oh, hell the fuck yeah, I'm against vaccinations. Hell the fuck yeah. Anything that is not good for my body, that should not be injected into my body, is not going to fucking go into my body. Hell the fuck yeah. Hell the fuck yeah, I'm against it. Oh, and by the way, yesterday when I was on somebody's panel, somebody was saying that they opened up a channel because they're sick and tired of people talking about stupid shit, and that some people need to grow a brain and not talk about reptilians and ghosts and spirits because it's all bullshit and crap. Well, on this channel, for those people that want to follow, we talk about everything here. One, because we're open-minded. We're open-minded. Just because it happens to one person or one person experiences it and you don't, does not make it not true. So we talk about everything here. So yeah, just so that everybody knows, whether you want to make your mind up, whether you hate me or like me, I'm a flat earther. I'm allowed to believe whatever the fuck I want. If that bothers somebody, I'm against vaccines. I'm against anything that shouldn't be in a person's body. Well, you're entitled to that opinion. You can think that. That's fine. You can line up for the vaccine. I, for one, will not. Will I try to discourage other people from doing it that don't or haven't done research? Hell yeah. I'll tell them, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't take your kids. Because once you take them and something happens and they get sick, too late to fucking cry. Don't fucking cry. What are you crying for? You're the one that your children are your responsibility. You want to go pump chemicals into their fucking body and then cry? Do you know what I mean? If people haven't woken up to the fact that those things are no good, yet they never will. There'll always be those people that take their children. And then when the child ends up autistic or Lord knows what happens to the child, then what? It's too late then. It's too late then to cry. To me, God, none of them have our best interest at heart. None of them. None of them, because they all know what's going on. They all know what's going on. And if they had any say in anything, then why haven't they stopped all the shitty stuff? Why haven't they stopped the 5G? Why haven't they stopped all of that? Because they're all in this fucking game together. They're all in it. They know what's going on. Beautiful. My daughter said to me ages ago, she goes, "Oh, Mum, why don't you try vaping?" And I says to her, I says, "Have you pretty much checked out what vaping is and what it does and whatever?" I said, "Go do some research and come back and tell me whether I should vape or not." Yes, I am a flat earther. If you want to be a ball hugger, you can be a ball hugger. That's fine by me. Because, like I say, why? Because none of us are ever gonna. To me, my head does not comprehend the fact. It doesn't resonate to me that we are spinning at such a stupid ass fucking rate, and what? We're all just stuck. We're all just stuck. It's gravity which hasn't been proven, but we're all stuck the outside of this fucking ball, hurtling through fucking space. Yeah, no. Like somebody said a long time ago, what we are is a virus in a petri dish. That's what we are. Nobody's hurtling anywhere. And I don't believe we've ever been to the fucking moon. But for people that want to believe that, peh, believe it all you want. Yeah, whatever. I'm not going to get into flat Earth and whatever. I'm just letting people know because obviously some people find it offensive when one talks about either flat Earth or saying that they believe in flat Earth, or if one talks about spirits or seeing reppies. Yeah, some people's heads just can't wrap around that, so they don't like it. You know what I mean? But here, we're open to all topics. I always say you can be a flat earther, you can be a globe hugger. It doesn't matter because none of us can get up high enough to actually um, see where we are. You know, the day that I can actually get up there and look back and go, "Oh, is that what it is?" Then I'll know. Up until then, who are we listening to? We're listening to the same people that are fucking us over and have been for years. When we research, so I'm not even 100% into the research, because when we research, what are we doing? We're just getting another man's opinion. That's all it is. Oh, but so and so wrote a book. Yeah, that's his opinion of what's going on. The thing is, Eli, we can believe whatever we want. Like Poe says, we can believe whatever we want. The fact is until we can get up there and have a look, or until, I don't know, fucking somebody, well, even if somebody did go up there and come back with photos, nobody else would fucking believe it, because it would probably go against their beliefs already. So yeah, they would get attacked and told you're lying and yada yada yada, because that's what humanity does. That's what humanity does. But until then, we will here in this channel, we discuss everything. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I always say to people, you don't have to believe everything I say, and you take what resonates, okay, and leave the rest. And do the same with every channel that you go to. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. Beautiful. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you later.
Yeah. Good night.
It doesn't matter what it's about. If you're not prepared to do your own research or whatever, Don't just, I've said it a million and one times. It matters not how many subs a person has or a channel has or whatever. That doesn't mean that everything that comes out of their mouth is true. Because again, we can all research, but where are we getting our research? Oh, you're kidding me. It's being launched today. Oh, there you go. Let's see how many useless eaters fucking hook up to that. Oh, that means that I'll be fucking ditching my phone pretty soon. I'll have to send out one of those emails that goes out to everybody saying, well, this is no longer a contact number due to our government forcing people to get the Trace app. They can go fucking trace somebody else. They're not tracing my ass. They already know where my ass is. They're going to bust me what? Because my daughter comes to visit and they pick up the two phones together. No, you're not living in the same household. Social distancing. Get the fuck away from one another. Does nobody fucking query that shit? You know, nobody seems to be querying that big, huge push towards social distancing. I actually have sent out an email to somebody that I know about the effects, the psychological effects of long-term social distancing. I'm waiting on a reply.
Yeah, look at me, people. I used to have hair. That's a joke. See, they're just bombing tonight.
It's not mandatory at the moment, Gut, but he said that he's not, he's still got that mandatory thing on the table. It has not been taken off the table, which means if people don't do it, they're going to enforce it. And there you go. Like I says, people get rid of your fucking mobile phones. If it gets to that, ditch your fucking mobile phone. You can't live without a mobile phone. You have a problem,
Yeah.
a huge problem. Just give me a minute. I want to check out who somebody is.
All right.
Well, of course, they don't have any content.
Of course not.
I think it's funny, Grey Dude. My hands are busy making ravioli.
Really?
Not me. Ryan is saying that to you.
Oh. Hmm.
If anybody wants to come up, please feel free. Nobody is going to
Oh.
bust your balls on anything. You're allowed to believe what you want to believe.
Well, it's not like I'm really trying hard. But I appreciate that. Thanks, man. They ain't taking my humor away from me. Fuck that shit. It's
Oh, listen, one needs to keep
one
a sense of humor. You just
yeah.
have.
That's most important. One of my most important things that I can hang on to is my humor, and when I laugh, I really, shit. It's important to me.
And it should be to most people. You know, it should be to most people. You've got to keep a sense of humour. You do. Because when shit gets nasty, if you start dwelling on that, which shit is nasty, you start dwelling on that, it becomes a lack of sleep. It becomes you can't stop your mind from thinking. See, I'm a curious person. To me, I want to know now what this because there's this huge thing about
Yeah.
social distancing. Why social
Yeah.
distance? It's so fucking important. You know, the social distancing. Forget
Yeah.
everything. Forget the sprays. Forget the everything. Right? The
You think?
social distancing is what's getting me
Yeah. Well.
because social distancing doesn't have anything to do with economy. It doesn't really have anything to do with 5G because 5G it's going to affect everybody anyway, whether you're close or far apart. So we can put that aside. Why the social distancing?
Well, maybe they don't want people to pass on the word that the governments are out of control.
But we can still do that though. Hey D-Man, we can still do that. Even without social distancing or with social distancing, we can still do that. We can do it via the internet. We do it via the phone. You know what I mean? So it can't be that. It can't be that. There is a reason for the social distancing. I haven't figured it out yet. I mean, I know that health-wise, if you're looking at mental health, okay, it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Yes, D-Man, I can see you. Your chat is showing. Somebody came in at the beginning of my live stream and was saying they literally came up onto the panel and they were saying that their comments weren't showing in the actual chat. Have you seen the Chinese doctors under treatment have turned black? Oh, I saw that. Yes, I did. I saw that.
Oh, really?
That. Yeah, I don't think it's corona. I really don't. I don't think it's coronavirus. There's some. Listen, anything could be fucking out there, people. They can stick anything out there. Lord knows what they have fucking made. This is
Yeah.
the thing that we seem to forget. We just stick our heads to one fucking thing, but when it comes to diseases, Lord knows what they fucking have. And if they want to distract people, can you imagine? I mean, they have to cover this bullshit up now. So they need to put out more and more junk, right? We don't know if it's connected. We don't know where it starts. We don't know what's going to happen. We just don't.
Well, the
We
one
don't.
thing we do know, Perth, is we don't know it. We don't know.
Exactly.
Yep.
But it is out there somewhere
It's
because, according
something.
to their rules, and the gentlemanly rule is that they have to tell you what they're doing to you before they do it. So somewhere out there, my suggestion to people is if there's any movies out there or whatever, any TV series out there about social distancing,
Well, I've been saying, I haven't been around much, but when I have had the opportunity, to get ready to say no to mandatory vaccination because that's what they're going to definitely try to push it. And we need to stand up against that kind of stuff.
hey Mouse, how
So
you doing?
get ready to say no about that.
Absolutely, Gro. Absolutely. Mofo, hell yeah. I put that literally so that it scrolls across my screen. Why? Because the other day somebody claimed they were offended. They were offended by the word useless eater. They were
I'm gonna go. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna go make myself some iced tea.
no dramas. They were offended, you know? because they weren't a useless eater. I'm doing such and such, and I'm doing such and such. So I'm not a useless. It's not about that. It's about the fact that that's what the government refers to everybody, me included. I didn't invent that name for those that think that I did. Hell no. I didn't invent any of that. The useful idiot, the useless eater, the parasite, the terrorist, the sheep. I didn't invent that. But people are sensitive to that. They don't stop to think that their own government is fucking referring to them as that, as a useless eater. People need to get over their sensitivity. Too much sensitivity. I had somebody say to me the other day about me typing in caps, and I said, "Well, I'm not pre-programmed anymore. I choose to do things the way that I want to do them. How is it possible that just because I write in uppercase that means I'm yelling at anybody? I'm not yelling. Am I yelling? No, I'm not yelling. I don't need to type in uppercase. I can rip you a new asshole in lowercase. Just give me a second. It's because, like you say all the time, Perth, they have no. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, I literally unsubbed. I unsubbed from some channels because when I tried to go into their chat and they would call me up over, "Oh, is your caps lock stuck?" That was enough for me. I'm out of there. I'm thinking, why do I need to be there if people are that pre-programmed that they think that writing in uppercase, because some idiot somewhere started it, and then the rest of the idiots fucking followed, okay? Oh no, that means that. That means that. So we all have to stick to that rule. Fuck you. I don't got to stick to any fucking rule. And I'm not going to. And if I go anywhere and I find that people are offended by anything that is said, um, or that I've experienced or that somebody else has experienced, but they're calling it bullshit, I don't need to be there. I don't need to be there. It's that simple. YouTube is big, shitloads of fucking channels, you know, shitloads of fucking channels. Mofo, how dare you take offense to what you are saying about capitals? Damn it. Ethan, hello? Mate, I didn't hide you. Why would I hide you? If you want, look in chat. D-Ban, if you're still there, can you please tell Ethan, who has just come up on the panel here, can you hear me, mate? Can you say something so I can hear you? No, can't hear me?
I can hear you.
I haven't. I guess I will chat in this. Mate, I haven't hidden you. I have no reason to hide you. None.
How could you? How could he be hidden when I see him? Oh, there he goes. Huh. Sometimes there's weird shit that goes on. It's it's hard to say what the heck they're doing there at YouTube.
I'm going to drop my Gmail into the private thingy. And yeah, send me mail, mate, but it's not me doing it. It's not me doing it. D-Ban, if you're still in my chat, can you please let Ethan know that the same thing was happening to you? Give me a minute, mate, and I'll send you an email. I will send. Well, I can't send you. Hang on. Yes, I can see that in private chat. I'm sending you, or I'm typing now. There you go. That's my email. That's my email there. Take that and email me, mate. But I'm not doing this to you, okay? I have no reason, and I have not had a reason for me to do that to you. But I can't. I'm not even getting not even the slightest bit of sound from you. Your circle is not moving. Period. So. Well, do you want to say something, mate?
Me? Hi.
No. I'm talking to you. I'll be with you in a minute, Dean.
There's something. Oh, there's Dean. Hi, Dean.
Well, apparently no, because somebody just wrote. I think it was Gut that just wrote. Hang on. They cut me. Where is it? They cut me right off a minute ago, and I had to get back in here. So try logging right out of YouTube and then coming back in and see what happens then, mate. How you doing, Dean?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Hey, I gave you that comment in one of your videos, and like I said, my wife tested positive for the antibodies. She believes she had it in January when she lost her sense of smell and taste. And that was basically, she lost 8 pounds because she wasn't hungry. But so therefore, I most likely had it too, and I didn't even know it.
Did your wife use that Tamiflu stuff?
No, she didn't have to use anything. She didn't have any severe symptoms. It was just the loss of smell and taste. And then
But
like things
see what
smelled
I
like
mean?
metal.
Yeah. Well, I might. Sorry.
We right after that happened, I
Right.
remember telling her, I go, there was a really weird snow event we had that they were like little pellets and they were not quite white. They were a little on a gray side, and I smelled metal in the air. Because I worked with metal, so I know what metal smells like. And it was like I smelled metal. Almost like when your furnace first turns on after the summer. The first time it turns on in the wintertime, you smell a little dust or something burning, or a rain after it's been dry for a week or so, and then it's like, whoa, what smell is that? But yeah, that's what it was. And like I said, I'm pretty sure I most likely had it. But
Hey,
I didn't.
how you doing? Sorry, mate. I had to say hello to a little friend of mine. Well, he's not little. He's bigger than a lot of
I'm sorry. Give me a second.
men that I
No,
know.
that's my fault. Sorry.
Hey, Lloyd.
I'm sorry. Hey, how you doing? I had to turn off my YouTube. That was weird.
Did your wife gain her smell and taste back?
she actually took a test. She works in a doctor's office, and only her out of the. I think there's like maybe 10 people that work there, a little bit more. It's a small town doctor's office, and only her and the doctor tested positive. The one of the doctors. There's three doctors there, but only one and her. None of the other people did. So it's actually bullshit.
Did your wife gain her taste and
8 pounds
smell
back?
back?
No, the boobies are smaller.
What?
Sorry, I was just making a joke.
Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, when?
No,
No,
you really can't tell. I don't. She looks fine to me.
did you hear my?
She's always was a small person, anyways. So
The thing is, though, Dean, if she had what they are saying to people that she has, she would
Yeah.
be in intensive care.
yeah, but no, she didn't. No, the doctor said they had a few incidences here, and they were only treated with oxygen. That's it. A little bit of oxygen, and bing it a bang it a boom. And well, they already stocked up on the hydroxychloroquine. That actually before it hit the media,
Well, can I please
he
also
already
add,
bought it.
there's something with that. Apparently, that can cause. I think that can cause death. I read it somewhere the other day, and I meant to go back to it, but I didn't because I got fucking sidetracked with other shit. When you start reading, it just goes from link to link to link to link.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently that can cause death, or it can cause some kind of problems or whatever. So if they're saying that it can be treated with that, yeah, I would question that before sticking it into me.
Dean, did your
Yeah.
wife gain her taste and smell back?
Oh yeah, she's fine. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep, she's eating again. Oh yeah. I can't
So-
believe this little thing can eat so much. You don't see it on her either.
So
It's a
with
little
so
thing. Yeah.
so with that, so she's completely cured of it.
Yeah, yeah, you would say so. I guess. Yeah.
Not just her
Yeah.
stories that that some people can like get sick again, just like
Well,
that.
yeah,
But
you
that's
hear
no
that, but
different, Eli, to the flu. You can have the flu and you can get better or whatever, and then you can get reinfected and have it all over again. It's
Okay.
no different.
And they said it depends on the immune system too. So, sorry about that. I didn't mean nothing by that.
Yeah, no,
Well, I'm glad that you use the phrase "it" because we don't know what really it is.
No, we don't.
Yeah, yeah, it.
It,
Yeah.
yeah.
it
It's
could
like
be many things, people. It could be many things. You've got what Gut was saying earlier on about bodies turning darker and stuff like that. That could be one thing, okay? But everything that is coming out now, we know that they're labeling it as COVID-19. They're labeling it as coronavirus. So it doesn't matter, even if you were already you're about to die from respiratory problems that you had before, or a heart problem that you had before. Doesn't matter what you're dying of, they're labeling it as coronavirus. So we don't know what the fuck is out there.
Yeah, but some people say that you don't got they don't got the symptoms either.
yeah, like me.
Um,
I had gastrointestinal. My wife lost her sense of smell.
mhm.
I believe. See, I didn't get tested, and I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Why bother? I feel fine.
Yeah.
And I probably lost a little weight too. But it can't hurt.
Well,
Oh,
I just go. You're the perfect example of it's not how you look, it's how you feel, right, Dean?
Yeah, it is.
Exactly.
It is.
I'm just kidding.
It is. It is. It is how you feel because we are right. We're spiritual and shit. So there's energy, man. You can actually. You never know. You might be able to live without even eating at all. Just
Exactly.
there
by
you
the
go. Danny in comment says Italian model, one of the first to contact CV, is still testing positive some 60 days later and for 5 tests, lives with her mum, tested 3 times, never returned a positive result. Go figure. We don't know what's out there. What is actually killing people, like I says, I don't doubt the Italian doctors that were in the north of Italy, when they come out and said that they came across something that was like a strange type pneumonia, they're the ones that I'm believing. They're the ones that I'm believing because, them saying that the oxygen is not getting in and whatever, the lungs are filling up with fluid, yada, 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 that makes sense. It makes sense. So obviously, if you're already health compromised, if your immune system is low, if you're elderly, whatever, of course, that is going to literally knock you off your feet, be that, one way or the other, right?
Do you think that? Sorry for interrupting. Do you think there was a bio weapon that went wrong? You know how they said there were going to be an EMP. I think I'm saying it right.
Put it this way, mate. I look at it like this, okay? I look at it like this. We don't know what they've made. We don't know what they're putting out there.
Yeah.
I just know that there is an agenda because they always have one. What it is, they're trying there, even if it was a fuck up, okay? Even if they fucked up, they're not going to come out and tell you we fucked up.
No.
But what they will do or could do and can do is throw out more junk so that people start having more different kind of fucking symptoms. Blame it on COVID. Are we going to know the difference?
Mm-hmm.
Because everything that we get told is bullshit. So we can look at people that are turning darker and say it's COVID. We can look at people that, like Dean there, got, gastro thingy. We can say COVID. His wife, COVID. Me for a fucking month, coughing my guts up, COVID. We can put COVID to anything, okay?
It could be. It could be mind control tactics they're doing. So let's say someone gets sick, and then you know how you say not mind control. It's sort of like make you think like something you're not really sick, but then you see a person get sick, and then somehow you get sick. You know what I mean? Sort of like a mind.
Oh, listen, the mind is a very fucking powerful thing.
Exactly.
Very fucking powerful thing. People will put themselves into stress mode thinking that they are going to catch this, and just being in major stress mode, their immunity system goes down.
Exactly.
Their immunity system weakens.
Exactly.
The minute they can't start breathe, which is normally what happens when you got a flu, okay, people are going to panic even more. Oh, good God, I've fucking got this now. You know what I mean?
It's just like me with pain. Like I mean, I'm talking about something else, but it's like me with pain. It's like I'm thinking I'm gonna get up and hurt, and then I hurt because I'm expected it to hurt.
Exactly. Mayo, hey there. It's no different, mate. It's no
Exactly.
different. Like if you get a headache, okay? I mean, a lot of people don't know that headache will come from stress, dehydration, okay? Most people are dehydrated. Um, you know what I mean? Nobody drinks enough water.
Yeah. I think it was crazy because I woke yesterday. I was thinking, man, I hope my leg don't because my legs been hurting because I don't know why. Because yeah, I was just everywhere doing a lot of things around the house and I must have overworked a muscle. So then I thought to myself the next I was laying down and I was like, please don't let my leg hurt. And then I got up this morning and I because I got something's up with my foot, like it hurts a lot. I forget what the name of it, but then it started hurting this morning, and I'm just like, really? I was like it's crazy how your mind
Eli,
works.
Eli, when I get a headache, I try to tell myself, wherever you came from, fuck off.
Yeah, I think pain, fuck
You
off.
know, and I always say to people, if you catch something, the less you talk about it, the less attention you give it,
Yeah,
the less it will affect you.
yeah. Because
Yep,
when I went to the doctors, they
exactly.
told
Yeah,
me
if you ignore it enough, it'll go away.
exactly. Like when I went to my doctors like 3 months ago, they told me I have arthritis in my hip, and I'm just like, wait a minute, because like I fell the time and my thigh was hurting, and I'm thinking maybe it's just something they tell me, so there I could think I got arthritis. You know what I mean? Because they can't find nothing. it's just a point, It's just a point saying that it could just be the doctors telling you this, that you got this, to put it in your head and give
Of
you all these
course,
medicines.
absolutely, mate. Well, I mean, if the doctors are coming out, right?
Yeah.
Grey dude, why don't I have your picture?
Yeah, he keeps
My
going in. He
computer is
keeps going
going
in and out.
wackadoodle.
Wackadoo.
That's still
I was trying to punch up another.
okay. No. Just
Huh?
checking to see if it was you. I'm just checking to see if it was you.
Oh, it's me. I got a problem. My
it's
computer is running really slow.
it's me if you want
I
to see
was
my
trying
face.
to. I
Elizabeth,
was trying.
tunnel vision is like being inside the box. You know, you're waiting for instructions, you're doing what you're told to do, all of that, Like I say to people, at least look at everything with an open mind. At
Yeah.
least question everything. Question everything. We're in a time where you can't not fucking question. Hey Tony, how you doing?
Yep, you definitely got a question.
But see, your wife, you can be now an example. Your wife tested positive, and
Yes,
is
she
she in
did.
ICU? Is
No,
she in a no?
no, she
She
never had to do that. And
never
she
had to go
said,
on a respirator, ventilator, whatever?
nope. She also said too. Everybody in we live in a kind of a small town, and then there's another little bigger one. Then you get into the city, but with between these two towns combined, like maybe 20,000 people live. Nobody ever had to be admitted to the hospital. Yeah,
Exactly.
the hospitals are empty. Yes.
So
Yeah.
how is COVID or coronavirus killing people?
Yeah.
Because if it
There's
was killing people, your
Yeah.
wife would have been literally taken to friggin' ICU.
I would have died probably.
it,
Because I'm a heavy smoker. Because smokes are cheap here. I know you're jealous of that. It's $2.30 a pack or something like that here for 20 of them. Very cheap, but only at the reservoir. But anyways, I probably should have been the one to die from it. So actually, my friends said that. My younger friends, they say, "Go, hey, Dino's the canary in a coal mine over here. If he dies, then we're in trouble."
Dean, can I ask you a question? Is it more like did your wife like? Is it what they say it is? Like with your breathing problem and everything, or is it different with your wife?
um,
I
no,
didn't hear the very. I didn't hear it from the beginning. I just barely came on. I was just asking.
no, she did have a little bit of a cough, but it wasn't like a major respiratory problem.
Oh, okay.
It was just her. She said just smelled metal the one day that I said too, and I'm not kidding. It was when we had these little snow pellets came out of the sky.
Oh,
Supposed snow, but they were like perfect BBs. I mean, perfectly round, like styrofoam BBs. That you see in stuff. It was really weird, and I smelled metal in the air, and then that's when I think I got sick, and her too.
No, but
But anyways, about 3 years ago, I was knocked out for a week and never had that my entire life, man, being knocked out for a week. And that was a major respiratory problem. I believe I had pneumonia. I never went to the doctor for that either because I'm one of them stubborn motherfuckers. It's like, I don't need a
same.
fucking doctor. I'm fine.
But you know what? Like I see these little like there's one for like in France or something. They have this big old plastic things over the people's heads, and they make I don't know what they're overreacting, and you see them breathing really hard into this big old bubble and everything. Is it? Oh man, did you see any of that? Or
Whoa.
Eli, can I please tell you,
I'm
with
sorry, Mom asked me stupid questions. I'm sorry.
no, it's not a stupid question. No question is ever stupid. Okay? No question is ever stupid.
Okay, okay.
If you check with the Italian doctors, okay, if you can find the article where
I need to get one now.
one doctor in Italy had spoken to doctors in the north of Italy, where they were saying that they came across a strange looking pneumonia in people. That is what I think is what is actually killing some people, right?
Wow.
They're the ones
Yes,
that you
ma'am.
will see in those plastic ventilator thingies, respiratory thing, whatever it is that they call them, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones that end up in those things. Is it what these bastards, the governments, are palming off, saying that this is killing people? It's not, mate. It's not. If it was a pandemic means when shit fucking goes like wildfire. Why are people not dropping dead everywhere? You know,
No, none
got
here.
people like Dean saying his wife is tested positive. She's still there. She's not in
Mhm.
living. They didn't put her in a plastic bubble. Dean still
Nope.
sits there.
She never
I've
missed a day of work.
I've told
Wow.
everybody I had it for a fucking month. I was coughing my guts up. Okay,
Me
I
too,
was coughing
coughing.
my
Yeah.
guts up for a month, and it was not like the normal flu. I kept saying that to people,
Yeah.
right? It's not that that's killing everybody. It's not that.
So basically, it's just maybe like their immune systems because they're really low, right? That's doing it.
No, it's not like the immune system is low and then you catch what I had, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And that's what's killing people. No, I reckon there is something else out there. It is not what they say is COVID or coronavirus. There
Yeah.
is something else out there because the Italian doctors found this strange like pneumonia before Wuhan.
Yeah.
Not only that, I lost a friend not so long ago, some months ago. She said that when she went into hospital that they diagnosed her, or not diagnosed, they found something in her lungs, but they could not tell her what it was.
Oh wow.
She was driven into hospital by her daughter. She told her daughter,
I'm
this is
lucky, Dean. I'm sorry. I'm jealous, Dean. Sorry.
5 days after she came out of hospital. She pretty much said to her daughter she wasn't feeling well. The daughter takes her into hospital. The daughter, some hours later, gets a phone call that her
Yeah.
mother had passed away.
Wow.
Yeah.
The only thing that I could think of, because I heard her the way that she was coughing, it was like she was coughing up water. She could not finish a sentence without coughing her guts up. And this was before Wuhan, mate.
Yeah.
So if anything is literally killing some people, okay, it's not what we're being told. I reckon it's this pneumonia-like thing that they can't pinpoint what it is. I reckon that's what it is. And not only that, but that doctor that come out and said, we were told to treat one way, and he's going, no. He says this is like somebody has been dropped on the top of a mountain. And is having some kind of altitude type sort of thing because that's how the lungs are reacting.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that. I believe those kinds of things that can kill people. But as for whatever we're all catching, we're all here. We're not dead.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Look, I'm prime subsect. I'm going to be 58, man. If I ain't dead, this ain't shit. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I'm a heavy smoker and drinker, but
Same.
I don't know. You know, it's really weird. Like I said, she didn't. Nobody else in her office. Like I said, there are at least 10 or 12 employees. I don't know. You know, I know it's a small office, but there's 3 doctors and then a bunch of women to do all the paperwork. You know, instead of one nurse. You know, stuff like
Well,
that.
they say the media is like they're not focusing on people that are getting better. They're focusing on people like the numbers that are people that are dying, and that's
Yeah,
not fair.
yeah,
No. Put it this way: anybody that dies of anything now is going to be put down that they died of corona.
yeah. That's what it is. You've
Wow.
seen the paper. I've seen it too. The
Yeah,
fucking
I
new
seen fam. Oh,
forms.
sorry.
Yeah. And you know what? My wife actually got the doctor to watch Amazing Polly and stuff like that, and other videos to to know what's going on. And like I said, this guy, before it hit the media, he already had hydroxychloroquine. He already bought it 2 weeks before it hit the media. So somewhere this guy was a little ahead of the game, I think. It's like he knew what the fuck was going on.
Let me share something with you people.
Yes. Sorry.
Look at this. CDC failed coronavirus tests were tainted with coronavirus. Feds confirm.
Wow.
Where are we? Barricades stand outside the Centre for Disease Control and Prevention, headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia, on Saturday, March 14, 2020. The novel coronavirus has spread in the US, and the CDC is under increasing heat to defend a shaky rollout of crucial testing kits. As the new coronavirus took root across America, the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention sent states tainted test kits in early February that were themselves seeded with the virus, federal officials have confirmed. The contamination made the tests uninterpretable, and because testing is crucial for containment efforts, it lost the country invaluable time to get ahead of the advancing pandemic. The CDC has been vague about what went wrong with the tests, initially only saying that a problem in the manufacturing of one of the reagents had led to the failure. Subsequent reporting suggested that the problem was with a negative control, that is, a part of the test meant to be free of any trace of the coronavirus is a critical reference for confirming that the test was working properly overall. Now, according to investigation results reported by the New York Times, federal officials confirm that sloppy laboratory practices at 2 of the 3 CDC labs involved in the test's creation led to contamination of the tests and their uninterpretable results. What's this? Shortly after the problems became apparent in early February, the Food and Drug Administration sent Timothy Stencil, Chief of In Vitro Diagnostics and Radiological Health, to the CDC to investigate what was going wrong. According to the Times, he found a lack of coordination and inexperience in commercial manufacturing. Problems that led to the contamination included researchers coming and going from labs, working on the test kits without changing their coats, researchers sharing lab space to both assemble test components and handle samples containing the coronavirus. CDC said in a statement Saturday to the Times that the agency did not manufacture its tests consistent with its own protocol. Though the CDC appeared reluctant to admit contamination was at the root of the problem, Times noted that in a separate statement, the CDC seemed to acknowledge such problems, saying the agency has since implemented enhanced quality control to address the issue and will be assessing the issue moving forward. And yada, yada, yada. So,
Moving forward, that is a buzzword I've been hearing for the past 3 or 4 years. Everybody says moving forward, moving forward. Yeah. And fruition, through fruition, moving forward. It's like you just hear those words all the time. I'm going to do a shot.
I have a feeling that sooner or later they're not gonna stop talking about it. We're gonna move on, and then that's what I think.
We do got to move on. Well, that's a thing. Moving forward,
Because you know what? They're lying about it. They're lying about this whole thing. That's what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Like nothing really happened because they lie about it, and they can't hold their lies up forever. Because someone's gonna come out, a whistleblower.
Yeah, like I said, the doctor my wife works with, the only 2 that tested positive in the office of maybe about a dozen people. I'm not sure, but he said it was a shit show. Yeah, doctor said it was a shit show, and now it's this small town doctor, so it's kind of like Mayberry,
Yeah.
Dean, I thought you would have heard. I mean, I'm pretty sure you would have been either in chat or up on the panel when I said that when my daughter got a sore throat, this is ages ago, she went to the doctor. and he took swabs. When he tried to get the swabs picked up, right? Oh no, we're not doing that anymore. They didn't want to know. So he told her, just self isolate, and if you don't feel better within a couple of days, just come back and see me. Because she said, if I don't have it, why the fuck would I want to go someplace to get tested where they do fucking have it so that I can get it? And he reckons he said, his words, I'm of the same thought. Don't go anywhere. He goes, just stay home or whatever. If you don't feel better within a few days, come back to me. And if you feel better, then fine. She stayed home for a couple of days, whatever, she was fine.
Yeah. Like I said, we're both fine here. It's really hard to tell with me because I drink and smoke and stuff. So I and I don't take pills or aspirins or anything, no vitamins, nothing, whatever. I'm just one of those weird fuckers, that I just eat and drink. But anyways,
Eli, do you know anybody that's got it?
So I wouldn't know, if I did have symptoms because I always 3 years ago though I worked at the Elon Musk Tesla plant in Buffalo, New York. It was part of the Billions for Buffalo plan that they had. It was like 3 years ago, I think, 2 or 3 years ago. And I got sick and I had pneumonia. I believe I did. I didn't go to the doctors because I'm stubborn. Even though my wife works and I can go there for free, I don't even need insurance, even though I had it, but I don't do that. But anyways, my partner was a lot younger than me. He was like his mid 30s, say maybe 38 years old. And I was 54 at the time or so. And he got knocked out the day before I did. The very next day, boom, yep, I'm down a whole week to where, I had nothing. And I think that's probably when but I don't, they claimed it on the fireproofing inside the place to where this guy did go to the doctor and the doctor said that he had a severe case of bronchitis on the verge of pneumonia. And basically, I think I had pneumonia. But yeah, it's really weird. I don't know if it was from that plant because a lot of guys did have the same thing that I did too. Was it a type of this crown thing? Or was it from the fireproofing? That what they said. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be
So,
done.
Eli, do you know anybody that's got it?
I sent you a private message. I can't really say a person's name, so.
No, I don't know anybody personally that they say they've been tested or have it. I hang out with my friends still across the street and stuff, and we've been together the whole time. And I did tell them though that my wife tested positive. I said, hey, I'm gonna have to let you know because I come over here. My wife tested positive for the antibodies. No, so that means, she already had it, but didn't know it.
Did you get my private message?
Yeah, I did, mate. Can you remove that if you want that to be private? Then you need to remove it from there. It does say private messaging, but it depends on the panel. You know what I mean? Because everybody on the panel can see it. So.
Oh no, it's in private message. Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
How do you do it?
I don't. Well, I have no option here to.
Up at the top, it says private chat or live comments, right?
Okay, I put the private chat.
Yeah, no, you put it in the private chat, but I'm saying if you want to remove it from there, because if you want it private, it depends on who. Everybody that comes on the panel will be able to see that. So.
Okay. I don't know how you do that, so.
Donna, I gotta ask you: is the bite me thing? Is that just on your screen, or is that for me? Because
yeah, no, that's on my screen.
I tell you what, here's this good story. This is maybe
it's okay. I'll
20 years ago or so, maybe around there, about 20 years ago. We were at our my sister-in-law's cottage. And I was sleeping on the sun porch, and Everybody else was sleeping in the house. I was outside, and I was snoring so loud. My wife said it was rattling the windows, and she came down and like shaked me, and she goes, "Dave, roll over. You're snoring." And she said, I looked at her and I go, "Bite me." And that's the story. Bite me.
Now, let's go back to that about that checks thing. Like, I mean, I know some people are getting it, some ain't. What do you guys think about that? Like, you think it's unfair that most people can't get it?
But it's no different, Eli. You've got to look at it as in like the flu. That stupid ass fucking Fauci bastard, when he was doing a lecture in front of doctors and scientists, turned around and said to them, it's in a medical journal, turned around and said to them, it's like the flu. But then when he stood up in front of Trump and next to Trump, then all of a sudden it's this major fucking disaster that's this boogie bug that's coming to get you, okay? And you need to practice social distancing and don't shake hands and don't hug your family. And I say to him, go fuck yourself, you old freak. It's no different to the flu. You know what I mean? He's saying it.
Yeah.
Yep. I survived it, I believe. I'm sure. I mean, Jesus Christ.
There's nothing to die of, mate.
You know what I'm thinking?
Die of. We can't even say that we survived it. I mean, otherwise we'd be saying that about the flu, you know?
I think
Yeah.
I think it's mainly like a politician stunt, like where just to get money out of the other side. You know, I mean, I think that the richer are getting richer. I hear a lot of rich people got millions while we're just getting pennies.
Right. That's the thing. The one thing I can't understand. I mean, how does oil go to negative? It's like, what do you mean? What? They're
That's
going to
what I'm
pay
talking
you to
about.
take it? Yeah. It's like, and then people shorting the market. Now, I don't know, probably about 8 years ago or so, my brother wanted me to get into Bitcoin when it first started, and then he wanted to get into this thing where you short the market. You bet on the market losing. It's like, and you make money from the market losing, and it's like, how the fuck does that work? It's like, I'm not kidding, guys. That is some really weird shit. How do you make money when it's weird? So that means a lot of people lose, and I did not go in on that, and even Bitcoin too. Now, my brother did make a fortune on Bitcoin, paid off his house and everything.
Wow.
So, but like I said, right now, I still. I mean, if we have
I'm not
digital
sure.
currency,
Sorry for breaking you, but I'm not sure how
yeah,
your brother made money on it, not unless it was at the very beginning stages of Bitcoin, because I can tell you now
yes, yeah,
that
it
I know
was.
people that lost everything they invested in Bitcoin. They lost it all.
No, yeah, no, he got in the beginning, and then
And that was
I
about
mean,
2 years
I
ago.
exponentially grew, and then he cashed in. You know, I
Wow.
guess he got lucky. But
Because at the
still,
moment,
I wouldn't do it. He kept trying to tell me to do it. And it's like, no, I'm not. I'm not
I can tell
fucking.
you at the moment, people that I know that invested in Bitcoin, and I'm talking in the fucking thousands, people that didn't have money
Yeah,
invested in it and they lost everything and it's not moving.
Hmm.
no,
Well,
So
when they're also talking about. I'm sorry to talk about the Bitcoin. They were but they were also I don't know if this is just people talking or whatever, but they're saying that they're coming up with a new currency and they're
yeah, I
bringing
don't.
the new world order. But at the same time, I don't know. I mean,
I ain't accepting it.
Adelaide, exactly. That's exactly
Yeah,
how it works.
I got these things right here.
yep.
Adelaide in comments is saying it works
Not
because they're the
accepting.
only ones with the cash, and when they crash everything and make it worthless, they are the only ones that can buy it back up again. That's how they make their money.
So, what do you guys think about chips in the like to sell, to buy, to live on? Like, you gotta have that chip. Do you guys believe in that kind of stuff, or I mean,
I don't want that. Say goodbye to babysitters. Say goodbye to garage sales. say goodbye to any kind of little neighborly bartering kind of thing, unless you have something that's of value or something. I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't want crypto. I don't want what is it? What do they call that now? It's in China. Um, they use social credit scores, kind of
Wow.
like
Oh, listen, people have got to join all the dots. We have to pull everything
yes,
together. The fact of that this coronavirus, you can spread it via notes, okay, which means tap and go only, which means cashless society. The fact
yeah,
of just everything, if you pull it all together, it's all a part of Agenda 21/30. It's all got an agenda to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's all got an agenda to it.
Over
All
here.
the people that are out of work, I mean, they want people dependent on the government because when they pull the plug, you have nowhere to go for money. You have nowhere to go for food. All they have to do is close the supermarkets, and whether you've got a pocket full of cash, you are fucked. When your food runs out at home, you are just as fucked as the person living on the street.
yep, yeah. Because
That
all of a
that that's
sudden,
sorry.
yeah, all of a sudden they can say, "Yep, you got no money. Sorry, cashless society. Yep, you got nothing."
That's why they bring in the chip, or they're doing at Walmart over here. Walmart's an American supermarket thing place, whatever. And you need to use your phone to pay with instead of touching the screen. They haven't done it yet because I've been there, but they were talking about that on the news where you just pay by your phone. I'm just like, oh hell no! You know how many hackers are gonna hack into your phone and steal your money? I was like, no.
Yeah, people just concentrate on one thing. You can't concentrate on one thing. You've got to look at everything that they've been trying to do. You know, the facial recognition, the
Mhm.
fucking tracking of your phone, now the apps to track to see whether or not. Why would you go to that extent? If
They
they've got coronavirus covered, why would you go to that extent to keep people apart? Is my fucking question now. I don't care about the so-called coronavirus anymore because I am 100% convinced that what they put out there to the people is a load of shit. Yes, there is some strange kind of pneumonia that is killing people that are already health compromised. I'm not saying that that's not the case. There is. But
Mhm.
as for this little bug that is running around, okay, yeah, I'm done with that. My thing now is why the social distancing? Why enforcing the social distancing?
I was reading a few years back about that, and there's this government where they want to be like they want to stop the socialness or something like that. I can't remember what was it about. There's parts of the government that wants to do that, where they want to stop. They you know how you say there's always agenda.
Yep.
I'm not sure. I was reading about it years ago, and I was like, that ain't gonna happen. And then you hear that lady saying that she wants to take away people's cars and having people walk and save the environment. You know what I mean? There's all these people in the government that are trying to do different things.
You know why? Because they're all a part of it. I found out when I was doing the Oroville Dam videos, okay? I was going down pretty much like checking everything, this, that, and the other, and one thing led to another. And it was saying that they have infiltrated all the way down to your local fucking shires.
Wow.
They have people everywhere. They have people everywhere to implement this so-called what's the word? Sustainability, which is their favorite fucking word when it comes to Agenda 21/30. You know,
Yep, yes,
pushing the
sustainability. Yeah,
pushing the farmers off the property, whether you drought them out, flood them out, burn them out. Who gives a fuck who dies? Who cares if the animals are starving? You've got to look at that. Then look at the tap and go. Cashless society, part of
Mm-hmm.
agenda. You've got to pull it all together. When you pull it all together, then you can see where all of this is fucking heading.
Yep.
Hence is why I say people wake the fuck up.
Yep. And you know what? Sooner or later, they're gonna bring in the new current. I don't know, but they will bring in the new currency, and I don't believe there's gonna be Satan as a president or something like that. Yeah, okay, whatever. But at the same time, they're gonna bring in the cat, like you said, cashless society. They're gonna bring. They're actually gonna keep you at home, pay you like you said at home, and money's gonna disappear, and you have to decide if the money they're gonna give you or you're gonna go hungry. And I think it's going to be on a credit card. And if not, your family, sorry, your
But
family's
you can't,
without.
if you have no income, you can't get a credit card.
Yeah.
They're going to make it
You max
happen.
it. When you max the credit card out, that's it. You can't buy any more on that. So even a credit card is useless.
That's why they're going to. Here's what I said. People were talking about like where. That's why they're going to invent the chip. That they can get rid of you just up by a button. You know what I mean? And you know what? Like, here's how I feel. I think the chip is going to be invented in your where everybody's going to get this new vaccine. Somehow the chip is as small as a grain, and then they're going to blame some scientists, and then they're going to say, okay, it's going to go away by you pissing it out or shitting it out, right? And all of a sudden, it's not going to shit out, and then they're going to blame the other guy. And too bad, it's in your
But
system.
Elon, you've got to look at it in a different way too. Okay.
Okay,
How do we know we're not already chipped? How many
exactly.
people have taken vaccinations of different sorts? How many people have been on medications of different sorts? Does anybody crack those fuckers open to see what's inside? Nobody cracks them
Wow.
fuckers open to see what's inside. Are we chipped already? Because remember, they tell us after they've already done it.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
don't know.
Mm-hmm. You're so right about that. Thank you. You're so right.
We have to look at every angle. Have they done it? I don't know. I'm just saying that we can't not look at it. You know, we
Mm-hmm.
can't not look at it.
Mm-hmm. Makes you think, though.
Well, that's it. That's the only thing that I want to do on here is I want to make people think for themselves. Like, don't fucking believe everything. Take what resonates. Think for
Mm-hmm.
yourself. Look around. Does it make sense? Don't just look at one thing. Don't just look at what's happening on your chunk of dirt. Look at everything.
Or you think about like this. People are getting sick because they're choosing the people that. No, I'm not saying. I mean, they're they're choosing the people and they want to test to see if you're gonna get better or not. You know what I mean? They're choosing the people because look at Dean. He didn't get sick, and at the same time his wife made it. Thank God she did. I'm not glad she did. But you know, they're choosing the people. You never know. We're probably chipped, like you said, and they could turn off a button at any time, right?
Because
And
you stop and look,
senseless.
okay? If they like, let's go to 5G on this account, okay? Now, obviously, I can't go into it mega fully. There are people that know a lot more about it than what I do, okay?
Yeah.
But let's just say that affects your body, all right?
Yeah.
Which doctors have said it does affect people and not in a good way. So
Mm-hmm.
let's just say that if you have already been chipped, why would there be such a hurry now to push out 5G unless you've already been chipped with that frequency, all right? With
Mm-hmm.
that frequency, they can pretty much set off whatever it is that they've already got in your body.
Hey, do you remember that one song? What's the frequency, Kenneth? Look it up. There's some serious shit about that one.
I
What's
honest.
you remember? I don't know if you. It was. I think it was an REM song,
Mm-hmm.
and it was called What's the frequency, Kenneth? And it actually has meaning if you look into it. I won't go any more on it because I don't know enough.
I
Because that then to me would make more sense because if I go to that movie, I can't remember what fucking movie it was. I think it was a part of all of
are you
those
talking
Aven-
about in time movie?
no, I think it was a part of all of those Avenger type movies or whatever.
Oh,
Uh,
let me see.
at the end of the movie, there's this black guy who's trying to connect up this satellite thingy, whatever, yada yada yada. and you see where all the rich have congregated at this party celebrating that the useless eaters are going to get fucked over, and then everybody's heads all of a sudden start blowing up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I know that sounds far-fetched, but let's go back again to the gentlemanly thing to do so that they don't accumulate karma is to let us know what they're going to do to us before they do it. The
Mm-hmm.
fact that we can't see it and we don't figure it out is our problem, not theirs. You
I
know, we
get a
can
I
say we
get a
weren't
kick out of
sure.
that creed. It's like it's their creed. They have to tell you before they do it. Otherwise, it's not gentlemanly. It's like you got to be kidding me, you fucking freaks.
It's like, can I say something? I know it's gonna sound so stupid. Okay, it's just like me. I drink. I'm a Pepsi drinker, Dr Pepper drinker, and yeah, I ran out today. Okay, and at the same time, it's like they put stuff in it so you can crave more of it. And and it's sort of like when you get it, it's like you always got to be in demand of it. I mean, I know it's just probably caffeine fix or something, but it's true. They put stuff in people's food as well.
Mate, we don't know what we're eating. This is the
Yep.
thing. We don't know what we're eating.
Yeah,
We don't
we
know if we're eating our own fucking dead.
right,
How do
right.
we know?
Exactly.
Can somebody prove to me that what we're eating is not our own dead already?
Exactly. Like just like in China with the cats and the bats and the with dogs, I meant, and you know what I mean. Like, ugh,
But mate, it doesn't matter. We don't know if we're eating our own dead.
yeah,
At
exactly.
one point there was one or two places that were in the United States, and I don't know if other countries had them. Okay, I did a video on it ages ago. This company was literally dropping off dead human beings to the water treatment plants that were going, and they were going through the shit filtration, okay, and everything else.
Mm,
And where does that end up? It all ends up coming back through your kitchen tap until
exactly.
somebody busted them.
Wow.
Apparently, they were closed down. Are they closed down? Is that still happening? How long has that been happening for? We don't fucking know
Mm-hmm.
because nobody ever questions. Like I said, when you get your supposed dead person's ashes in an urn, how do you know that's their ashes?
It's like sort. It's like sort of like okay, like I made something. I made some video. It was something that I did a topic on my stream. It's sort of like when someone dies and they bury into the ground, and it sort of goes through like it's like an ecosystem, with trees, water, and everything. It's just, that's what they're try to do, is it going through our food, just like when a dead person goes through the ground, into the plants, into the air. You know what I mean? Like, and they're trying to. I think when the food runs out, I think that's when they're gonna actually come out with that. You never know. I mean,
Absolutely. Like I says, we don't know if we're already eating that. How many people pick up an item off the like off the shelf in the supermarket and bring it home and go through the actual ingredient of what it is that they're eating?
or
How
they
many
make it
people
up.
actually do that?
I don't.
Do you know what I mean? And
They
not only that, if they were doing that, would they actually put it on there? Because if they can't label food saying whether it's genetically modified or not, and it's not compulsory, then why the fuck would they put on there this, you know, consists of part of your fucking dead relly?
exactly.
I mean, it's a nasty way of putting it, but I ain't gonna fucking sugarcoat shit.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Not only that, organ transplanting, like organ fucking theft. My neighbour was told that they had to remove one of her kidneys. She didn't want to believe him, so she went to another doctor. He said to her, "There's nothing wrong with your kidney."
Whoa.
A nurse in the eastern states, not just a nurse, but she's somewhere up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
When my sister was going into hospital, she sent a message to my sister's boys saying don't let her go in on her own and sign any documentation to hand over organs. She goes, because of organ harvesting. Now, why the fuck would she say that?
Mm-hmm. I'll be back. You're making me hungry, and I'm not gonna look at the label. I'll be back.
Adelaide, I actually put that up some days ago. Exactly. It's the same as Event 201. But we can't. We can't look at one fucking thing. We have to pull it all together. Everything that is being asked of people to do. Everything. Oh, we want to encourage employment. You know, we need to get employment rates up. But all of a sudden, half the fucking planet, more than half the planet is unemployed. Like, are you fucking shitting me? Like, how many small businesses are going to fucking survive after all of this? How many people after all of this, if it ends, which means if people stand up and fucking end it, all right, how many people are now going to be without jobs to go back to? It's not just one thing, it's everything. Pull it all together. I mean, if you have to, sit there with fucking paper and pencil and write down everything that you've been told to do, everything that you know, facial recognition, the 5G, the this, that, the other, all of it, all of it. Write it down on a piece of paper and then look at it again. But like I says, to me at the moment, my head is on social distancing. Because even if you go to 5G, again, I'm repeating myself because I'm thinking at the same time, 5G is not good for anybody. So it doesn't really matter whether you're together or not together. It will affect everybody anyway. We know that this whatever they're classing as coronavirus, which is just a nasty fucking flu, okay? We know that that's not it. That's not it. Because they're pushing this social fucking distancing to the max. There is something else. There is something else behind that. Just hasn't hit me yet.
Yes, there is something
When
behind it.
it hits me. Grady, you still with us?
He might have fell asleep. Great dude. See, the social distance got to him.
I don't know.
We
I just-
actually,
I get the feedback, Dean, and it's got to be you.
feedback. Oh, that's right. That's me. I'm sorry.
Put your headphones on. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, folks. Don't know. Don't know what to tell you, but like I do know one thing. There is a hidden agenda to this. There is definitely a hidden agenda to what is going on here. This is just too much, too quick, and they know they're running out of time because people started standing up. People are discovering that what they're being told is bullshit. The hospitals are fucking empty. The testing places are empty. The car parks are empty. All surgeries. I mean, who in their right mind would stop all fucking surgeries? I mean, that's another thing to look at. Why the fuck would you stop people's surgeries? People that need surgery now, not next fucking month or in 6 months' time, but that need surgery now.
Yes.
And yet the government says you can't have your surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Here's one of them. Here's
To
one of
be
them.
sued. They need to be sued for fucking attempt to murder because that's what it is.
My
That's
wife works with this young woman that had kidney problems, and she was adopted. They ended up tracking down her mother because this woman needed a kidney transplant. She just can't, it's just like not one more dialysis. She needs a fucking kidney, you know? And they tracked down and they found the mother. The mother agreed to donate a kidney to her daughter that she gave up for adoption many years ago. You know, and then they shut the fucking thing. You know, the operation was going to go on, and they shut it down. It's like no unessential, and it's like what unessential? This is a person's life, and they said my wife got really hardened on that one because that was disgusting that they did that. Now
but Dean, look,
this girl might die if she don't get it. If she doesn't get her mother's kidney, she's going to die.
but Dean,
Which
you
is
look
ridiculous.
at that now and bring doctors into it. All right, you look at that now and bring doctors. Where are their morals and ethics when they know?
Right. Yeah.
Know that these people are going to die without those surgeries. Where are their fucking morals and ethics that they don't stand up and go, fuck you? Listen, we're going to give the patient the option, okay? We're going to give them the option. If we do the operation, there might be a slight chance that they could get such and such, but on the other side, if you don't get the operation, you could die anyway. I can guarantee.
Definitely guaranteed. Yeah, you're gonna
No,
die.
I can guarantee you that every person, I need you to put your headphones on because I'm getting feedback.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Every person is going to opt for the surgery. They are not going to turn around and say, I'm not having the fucking surgery. Because if I'm going to die either way, then hey, I want that fucking kidney or whatever it is that I'm supposed to get, using that as an example. But where are the doctors' morals and ethics that they aren't standing up here and doing the fucking surgeries anyway? You know what? Because they might lose their job. Millions lost their fucking jobs. So fucking what? At least you fucking stood up. You tried to do the right thing.
Yeah, they call it the Hippocratic Oath, right? It's like it's like you you pledge an oath to save. You know, it's like to do the moral right, the moral correct thing. You know, yeah.
And they can't go around that because if you give the patient, okay, if you give the patient the option and you tell them, we can do the surgery, but if you get such and such, okay, if you get such and such, you could die. Well, if the person is going to fucking die anyway, all right,
Yeah.
they will turn around and say, I'm taking the fucking chance.
Yeah.
And that's what pisses me off when, like the medical bunch come. You've got a bunch of nurses that are saying here, there, and everywhere, I can't believe that people are doing this and how inconsiderate and do. But then on the other hand, you've got the nurses that are standing up and they're saying these places are fucking empty. Why are they fucking empty? There's a pandemic. The last place that should have the fucking doors closed is a bloody hospital. Look at all of it. Look at all of it, and don't look as to what if it's a doctor or if it's a this, that. Look at all of it with an open mind. Makes no sense. Doesn't matter how you look at it. It makes no fucking sense. And that also should tell you how much you should trust the medical profession. That definitely.
Elizabeth? Who's Elizabeth? Is that how you say it?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Okay. That's how you, see, I'm not very good at English, even though I am American.
It's just like with me, like I need my injections because I feels like my pain's coming back, and they won't let me. I know something different than the surgery you're talking about, but with the injections, they don't want me to get injections just because of that. And I'm just like, it's getting worse. Like I'm in pain. You know what I mean? Like, and I can't even do my life streams properly because I'm hurting a lot. And and just or doing other things. Like and they're like, oh, we can't do this. I'm just like, well, government Abbott already opened that up already. It's supposed to be open by Monday. Some surgeries, and I'm just like, well, people need it to survive.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? They need um, some kind of like, um, something to make your life go back to normal. And I'm always hurting because of everything. Because I,
Eli, that's what I'm saying to you, mate. Look at the doctors, okay? Where are their morals and ethics?
yeah,
Where are the morals and ethics that they will not perform surgeries on people? They can give them the option. It's not hard to give somebody an option, okay?
exactly.
That's like me tomorrow. If somebody says you have to get the vaccine, no, I'm not getting the vaccine. Oh, but if you don't get the vaccine, you could die. That's my fucking choice and my
Mhm,
right to choose.
exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
I know what you
So
mean.
where are these so-called doctors that are so concerned about fucking people when they're doing that? When they're literally taking orders, they're order followers, they're taking orders to not perform surgery on people that fucking need it.
Yeah, yeah.
And that shows you what your government is fucking like when they're prepared to let you fucking die
Mhm.
just so that they can cover up their bullshit. And then you've got to look at the useless eater, okay, who is needing this fucking surgery, the families of that useless eater who know that that family member needs a surgery. Where the fuck are they? Where is the fucking whole complete country standing up going, you are denying the member of my family a right to life by saying they can't have surgery? Who the fuck are they to make that decision?
And I'd rather take that chance. I'd rather take that chance so I
Hey,
can have a
wouldn't anybody?
yeah.
Exactly.
I would because right now it's like you know what I mean. I know they say mind over matter, but that's kind of hard when you're in pain to think like that.
Mate, put it this way, okay? People go into hospitals prior to coronavirus,
Yeah,
prior to COVID-19,
yeah.
prior to all of this bullshit, okay?
Hmm.
My father went in with a situation that was under control.
Yeah.
What did he catch in a hospital? A disease that fucking killed him.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. I'm just saying, when they're talking about not giving people the option, okay, those places are filled with fucking disease. Why? Because majority of them that work in there do not, do not fucking worry about hygiene protocols, like putting on gloves, changing fucking gloves, the constant disinfecting of floors and shit like that they should be doing.
Hmm.
Yeah, where are I'm saying again to the people, where are these doctors that signed an oath to help you no matter what?
Yeah, they probably put them on leave with the good pay and tell them to keep their mouth shut. That's what I think
Yep.
it is.
Don't they call it the Hippocratic Oath, right?
Hypocrites?
Well, yeah, yeah. But no, I think they do call it the Hippocratic Oath. That you won't be a hypocrite, basically,
That's cool. That's
that you'll do your best, I don't know. I always thought
yeah.
I kind of remember something like that.
Like I
That
said, people need to stand up. People need to stand up because this is happening. Don't just look at one thing, look at everything and pull it
Adelaide.
together. If people don't fucking stand up, this is going to continue. They have now given themselves the right to decide whether you live or die.
Hmm.
They're already fucking doing it. They're giving themselves the right. And by not saying anything, you are giving consent to them deciding whether you live or die, whether a family member of yours lives or dies.
Hmm. It's like they have you sign a piece of paper. Oh, you're gonna walk out with the limp, and then you're not. You're gonna walk out all more messed up. That's what happened to me. They don't know what they're doing. They just want a paycheck out of you. Okay. And that happened in Australia, Newcastle. When I had my surgery, they said you're gonna walk out with a limp, sir. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I could deal with that. Instead, I got foot drop and I got balance problems and everything else, and it's all a lie.
Uh-oh.
And they pretend to look at you. It's like they care. They don't
Hang
care.
on a minute. Hang
I'm
on a
sorry.
minute. Hey, dude, how are you jumping onto my panel when I haven't even you clicked off, you dropped off my panel, and this is what happened before, and I thought, maybe not. But now I noticed it because I kept an eye on it. You dropped off my panel and you showed back up in the dashboard. I did not click on you, and yet you show up on my panel.
That's weird.
Oh,
Who's
Grey
that?
dude,
Great,
say
Gray
something.
dude? Yeah, Gray dude's mic'd out.
be
I can
careful,
see
Perth. It
that.
might be a troll. They might say something dirty. You might get the.
Oh.
Hang on a minute. Grey dude, say something, mate.
Okay.
Gray dude trolls every one of her live streams.
Same here.
Grey dude, say something. If you can hear me, say something because I'm about to kick you off.
I
If you
come on.
can't hear me, then you need to jump, or well, not if you can't hear me, but if you can hear me, you need to drop down and come back on, mate. Because I've got my cursor already stuck on your little square, ready to boot your ass, because there is no way that you can go from the dashboard onto the panel on your own, and that's what just happened. So, Grey dude, I'm exiting you, so come back in.
That was pretty wild. Hey, Elizabeth is a man.
Hey, Elizabeth.
Hello, Colette.
Who? Oh,
Grey
Colette.
dude, if
Oh,
you can hear me,
Colette. I love Colette. I remember her from the very beginning, the first time I came onto your channel.
can somebody type into chat and tell Grey dude, please, that he needs to jump off and then come back on if he wants to, because yeah, twice now it's happened where he showed up in the dashboard at the back, no picture, and it just literally put itself on the panel without me even fucking clicking on it.
That
Let's
is
see if
really weird.
it happens again. I'm literally blocking whatever that is.
All right, let me open up that.
Yeah, you don't want any hackers or anything doing that junk either, because that happened to me once before, and I had to like actually take hours to delete the person, like the whatever they said and stuff like that. It was hell.
What's that, Colette? The other day when you were gone, people were jumping on and off like that. Because I just sat here and I watched it. He's still in the dashboard, okay? He's still in the dashboard. There's no picture on it, there's no avatar, and it literally let itself onto my panel without me even clicking on it.
Gray dude is a great
Hey,
alien.
Dulcie.
He's a great alien coming to get us.
Hey, Perth, I'm gonna hop off. I gotta do some things. Thanks for having me on.
No dramas, Eli. Thanks so much
Okay.
for coming by, yeah?
Oh, you're welcome.
Eli
my
and family, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Dean and
Yeah.
Elizabeth.
Cool. Elizabeth? What's Elizabeth doing? Hey, what are you doing?
See, when I click on the three little dots, it says Grey Dude authenticated with YouTube, but there is no avatar. There is no avatar, and there is no. Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah,
That's odd.
yeah. That I noticed that a long time ago. When you click on the three dots, now all you get is report or block. You don't get a go-to channel. Because that's always what I do. Whenever anybody says anything to me, I go to the three dots, and one of them is go to channel. So I go to their channel and I see what they're about, when they started, and all that shit like that. And then I know how to respond, you know. Otherwise, I won't say anything unless I know who they are. Uh-oh. What happened?
Okay, well, I've just, Grey Dude, terribly sorry, but I have just kicked you out of my dashboard. So if you want to come back on, you need to come back on again because, yeah, that was just mega motherfucking weird.
Yeah. See, I gave him a text. And
That was just fucking weird.
yeah, that was weird. Yeah. But we got Elizabeth is playing a guitar. But is it Elizabeth? Who is that?
Well, maybe next time, but yeah, where I want to discuss what's going on in the world today.
Yeah. Yeah. There's something fucked up right now.
I'm just checking my. Yeah, this is the first time I've seen it, Colette. It happened a little while ago because I questioned straight away. I questioned, but then Grey Dude responded, right? Grey Dude responded. And I says, you know, that your avatar is not showing or whatever. And then he went off and it came back and it had the avatar. But also, too, I find it odd that Grey Dude has been muted all this time.
Yeah.
And even when I asked him to say something, he wasn't saying anything. So, and then again, it dropped off. It was in the dashboard. And before I could even move my cursor, it just jumped back onto panel. Okay, well, we're going to have to do some show me shit in the future. Sad when it takes one person to just fuck everything up, but yeah.
Shaming shit.
Okay.
Because normally I just let people up. I know I always say to people, everybody's welcome up on the panel and whatever. But after seeing that, yeah, that's something not right there. Definitely something not right there. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, going back to COVID and fucking coronavirus and whatever, people.
Yeah, it's nuts, huh? I survived it.
You're getting more and more people that are coming forward, like Dean, his wife, me, other people that are saying that they've caught something, okay, tested positive. Dean's wife tested positive, and she's not in ICU. She's not in a plastic bubble so that she can breathe.
Nope. Never missed a day of work. Just felt crappy for a little while. me,
I know that Grey Dude. Sorry, Dean. I know that Grey Dude would not do that. Okay, I know that he wouldn't do that. Right? He wouldn't do that. But it did happen. I just fucking watched it. I witnessed it. Not once, but twice. And the whole time for Grey Dude to be on mute and then not even to say bye, you know, I've got to go, I'm leaving.
Yeah, that's not like him. No, he's very vocal. Yeah, something's fucking with us.
Why would the hospital, when presenting with a heart attack, do a MRI on the lungs, not the heart? Beats the fuck out of me, Danny. Beats the fuck out of me, mate.
I tell you what will they say? That anybody that's like tested positive for the thing, they get the hospital gets $13,000. If they have to go on the dreaded ventilator, which my wife says once you go on that, you're dead. is $40,000. Well, they 39. 40 is close enough.
See, Danny's saying this question has been raised by my cardiologist. So the cardiologist is asking why, when presented with a heart attack, do a MRI on the lungs and not the heart.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shit don't make sense, people. You can look at it however you want. And this was 2 months ago with the hospital giving 24 hours to live. Well, obviously, it's killing time. My guess would be that's killing time. If the person was told that they got 24 hours to live, they're killing time, because by the time the lung thingy comes back, somebody says, well, hang on a minute, we need to look at the heart, not the lungs. Then obviously by the time you go back again and they fit you in, you're on the verge of death anyway. You're pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Still no surgery, no stint. I'm still here. There you go.
Cool, Danny. Yeah. Still here, man. Fuck them. Sorry. Couldn't help it.
Oh, listen, the amount of people that they have lied to over needing organs removed, people that don't know. You know, it's no different to them saying to my dad, who had bladder cancer from all the meds that he was fucking taking, oh, we're going to inject you with TB, then we're going to rotate you like a chook so that the TB sits on each part of your bladder for 5 minutes. And then when I said to the Chinese doctor, because I hid the fact that I had my father on Chinese herbs, I hid it. But because this doctor was Chinese, I thought, let me test something out. So I says to him, I says, yeah, no, Dad's not having that. I said, we've got him on Chinese herbs. He literally gets up off his fucking chair, comes around to our side of the table, sits on the table, looks at both of us and says, those Chinese herbs are really good, aren't they? And I said, hell the fuck yeah.
Well,
does anybody know why? If we're going to look at body language and we're going to look at why things are set up the way they are, the table is there, not necessarily to put paperwork on as you would think. The table is there to separate them from you, no matter where you go. The bench, the table is to separate them from you. It's to create detachment. You want to talk to somebody, go around to their side of the table, get off the chair that you are told to sit on. Because you know how when you go into an office, there's always the chair there that's waiting for you to sit on? Then there's the table that separates you from that person. Whoever it is, they're always separated away from you. It's detachment. But if you get up and you go around to the side of the table, you don't have to sit on their fucking lap. But if you go around to their side of the table, they will talk to you differently because you've broken the barrier. You have broken that detachment. For those that don't know, there you go. I taught you something again today. I don't like really to let out my little secrets, but there you go.
we love them, man. Always
Which is
share.
no different to what the doctor did to us. He got up from his side of the table, from his chair, came around the table, because we now have a common interest. We now have a common thing, the Chinese herbs. He sits on our side of the table, looks at both of us and says, those Chinese herbs are really good, aren't they?
Yeah.
But for those people that don't know, when you go to these places, always look at that. If you can motivate yourself or move yourself around so that you are face to face, like I said, don't get in their space. There's no need to do that. but you're face to face and there is nothing separating you, okay, you will get a different response from that person. You will get a different response from that person.
Yep. Oh, yeah. My doc has the patient's chair on the side of his desk, so you are next to him.
Did you hear the one about the guy who went to the dentist?
No.
Yeah, the he was like he's scared of dentists. You know, you go to a dentist and they'll like perform a procedure you don't need just to get like money out of you. And he's like, he done his research on some dentists, I guess, and he goes into the dentist and shows up with a sledgehammer, and the dentist is like, "What's that for?" And the guy says, "You hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you." And the dentist like
Elizabeth, you're dropping in and out,
tells
mate.
the nurse, "Knock this one out."
Yeah.
So he had a good dentist.
Elizabeth, you're still dropping in and out, mate.
He
Yep. It sounds like the end of your guitar strings.
woke up and his teeth.
Not hearing you, mate. I can hear the odd bit of noise, but that's it of what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, man. He dropped. Oh. I'm sorry. That is funny sounding, though. All right, here we go. Cheers. Cheers to everybody that are, well, quarantining, I guess. But cheers. Mm. Ooh, it's nasty. But it kills it on the way down. Yes, it does. Danny J. Nope, he's the last one. Uh-oh. Are you still here, Perth?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just
Okay.
responding.
Okay. Oh, you're chanting. Okay.
You said, what's that? Last time I was in the dentist, I made an appointment for 2:30. 2:30.
Yeah.
My guy sticks his tools in my mouth. I want at least dinner.
Tooth hurty. That's the Chinese dentist. Tooth hurty?
Elizabeth, it's oh, hang on.
Oh, excellent. Elizabeth's back.
Oh yeah, that if it doesn't say 4G LTE, it jumps back to 3G and the signal gets all messed up. But yeah, the guy went to the dentist and he was like, he done his research on dentists because he heard, I guess, like some of them will rip you off and say you need procedures just to get like money out of you. So he walks in there with a sledgehammer, and the dentist asks him, "Hey, what's that sledgehammer for?" And I goes, "Well, if you hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you." So the doctor tells the nurse, "Knock this one out." And he woke up with perfectly good teeth. It's a joke.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a serious joke, kind of.
I didn't copy it, though. I'm sorry, man. I'd like humor, too. But I didn't. That was a tricky one, I guess. Too tricky for me. I only have a 140 IQ. I can't. Some things I can't get. Yeah, that's nuts. This is
If
cool.
anybody wants to contact me, either send me a link or give me info that they don't want to put out themselves. You can contact me on a Gmail address, which is not my main address for anybody that might be listening, as in the sense of trolling or whatever. It's not my main address, so you can spam the fuck out of it if you want. I don't give a shit. I've got about 4 emails running, so yeah. As for phone numbers I do not give out to people that I do not know. Basically, for the moment, the only people that have my phone number is the people here that are in Australia. It doesn't go further than that. And even if you find out my mobile number, you can send whatever you want to it, but I can always pull the plug on that and get myself a new number. That's not an issue to me. Or I can kill the mobile phone. So that still won't get you anything because I hardly ever use it. I'm not one of those that is glued to a mobile phone. If you do want to talk to me voice to voice and you don't want to do it or can't do it on the panel for whatever reason, you can always hook up with me on Hangout and we can talk voice to voice. Am I going to show myself to you? No, I will not. So if that's somebody's way of thinking that I'm going to just show myself, it's not going to happen. But yeah, there are just a few places that you can get in touch with me, and mobile numbers are out. You don't need to see me to be able to talk to me. I'm up for talking to anybody that is respectful, that is polite, that is whatever, that is bringing me information. But yeah, as for thinking that if you hook up with me on Hangouts, that I am just going to expose myself, think again.
It's wild shit. Nope. You know, I am so
That
glad. I like
that
talking to people, and I'm glad that you talk. You know, that's all I need. I put my face up here because I know I'm kind of scary looking, so I'd like to scare people. So,
What's that, Elizabeth?
but
that's a
me
self
too.
portrait me. That's what I paint myself to look like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is my 260-page book about riding my bicycle cross country 4 times.
Holy shit! 4 times.
Yes, 260-page book about. Now I keep this one handy. These are my petitions to get all this stuff repealed. What's that? What are they doing? Social distancing, masks, and
Yeah, yeah. The mask.
to
You
go
know,
get all these petitions done up. Well, I went to my mailbox. That lady was nice. They were they got the state signs up, but I went in there without a mask. I said, "Well, you want a petition to sign?" She took off her mask and smiled at me. So
nice.
kind of some cool people out there
Yeah,
handling it all.
there
Just
is.
the bus.
Jesse, it wasn't directed at you. I'm just putting that out there because yeah, Perth was a little bit stupid in trusting a couple of people, and I thought that being a private conversation, that's where it would end because to me, other people's privacy is important. Okay. That's to me. But YouTube has taught me that other people don't think like me. And 2 minutes into the conversation, I kind of got the feeling that that conversation was being taped or recorded or whatever word you want to use for it.
Yes, you are right.
So, yeah. After that, I know that yeah, people don't. YouTube has taught me a lot. It's taught me a lot about people, about sick fuckers that are out there.
Major sick fuckers.
To me
I
now,
remember when I thought YouTube. I was like, I was out doing a Christmas play, you know, Christmas caroling. I was setting up my camera. And like, what? I guess they had like talent scouts back in like 2006. Like, well, that's cool. You're gonna do a live show, record it. You're gonna put that on YouTube. I'm like, what's YouTube? This was like that first, second year after YouTube come out. I still haven't figured out YouTube.
yeah. Oh, listen, I've figured it out. I've figured it out that basically there's coming onto any social media platform, you can't trust. You can't trust. There is very few people that you will come across where you can fully trust.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's
Because people are people, see, they get in a shit and they will expose your crap. You know, they will expose your crap just to get back at you for whatever fucking reason. You see, there's so much of that nowadays.
Yes.
I talk face to face to some people, very few, and that's the way I'm going to keep it. But like I says, out of trusting somebody, and this is somebody that you thought you knew for like 3 or 4 years, and you ask them to show themselves, but then they don't, and it's like, come on already, you know what I mean? Like, you've got to seriously stop and think. If somebody has been trying to bamboozle you, baffle you, whatever, for years, they've got to be really sick and in need of help to think that they're permanently or whatever going to get away with it. Because eventually, whoever is on the other end, you'll slip up, they will catch you out, and that's it. And any chance that you might have had of coming back to try and fool them again is not going to work. So, to me, if you're not prepared to show yourself to me on a panel after it's ended, where nobody else can see, or if you're not prepared to show yourself first on a hangout, and even if you do that, it doesn't mean I'm going to show myself to you. So, because I don't know you, it's that simple. I don't know you.
You don't have to show yourself. Donna.
Oh, listen, I know that I don't, mate, and I'm not going to. I don't give a flying fuck, you know?
Yeah.
Give a flying fuck.
I'm here for a voice. I hate typing. That's what it is. I want a voice. Yeah.
I mean, to me, that's why I go on people's panels. I never used to.
Yeah.
That's why I go on people's panels. I can't be bothered. Fucking, I can talk faster than what I can type. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By the time I type
that's what
shit,
it is.
over it.
You missed the moment. That's the thing. You know, when I came, I would go on the things and go on the live streams, and then I would type and stuff, and it's like then it was already gone. They missed the moment. They didn't even understand what I was saying because it was too long. it missed the moment. So yeah, I love talking live, and that's all I need. I don't, I put my face up because I don't give a fuck. I don't care. And
But the thing is, though, it's a choice
yeah,
thing. You know,
I
it's
want
a
to.
choice thing. I
Yeah,
mean, you want to do that. My
yeah.
intent was not to come and show myself on YouTube, because if that was my intent, then I would have probably done a channel, I don't know, about fucking makeup, which I don't use. I'm just giving,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's just an
yeah,
example.
yeah.
But to me, it was about information.
Yep,
Okay.
that's what it
If I
is.
can
Yeah.
share information, it don't matter what I look like.
No, no, it don't. It don't. I want a voice. That's all I'm here for. I want a voice. I want to be. I want to be able to share too. That's when I started my channel. That was almost 8 years ago. When I
I am
had,
shocked that I have not seen any comments, Dean, in chat from Grey Dude. That is so unlike him.
yeah, yeah, that was really weird. Like you said, that he put himself back in
Twice, not once,
twice. Yeah,
twice. Because the first time I looked at it and I thought, what the fuck? And then when it happened a second time, I thought, oh, okay, look at that. But
he's
what has shocked me is the fact that he didn't even come into chat to say that he either pushed the wrong button or see you later. None of that. That is not like Grey Dude.
yeah. He's probably sitting in my fucking driveway. Holy fuck. We're in trouble.
Wow. The shit that yeah.
No, it's just weird. There has been a lot of weird shit going on with the internet. I've noticed it too myself. That stuff has changed. Like I said, you can't. I mean, you go into the chat thing, and you used to be able to, on the three dots, right? You just be able to go to their channel and check them out, and then come back to the thing. It's like, which was really cool because I would, before I commented to somebody, I would like to know a little bit about them, and how to talk to them. Anyways, it's like, are you a kid or what? It's like I got to know how to talk to somebody before I actually comment to them. So I love that feature, and it's gone. It's gone.
No, you can actually put it back. If you go to Chrome Store,
Clone Store.
Chrome Store, right? And
Yeah.
then you put in extensions, like click on the button where it says extensions, and then you type in one word, go to channel. It will bring up an extension. You click the add to Chrome button. It will add it to Chrome. And then what happens when you look at the YouTube chat, everybody's name will be highlighted. All you have to do
Oh,
is click on their name, and that will open their channel in a different window.
thank you. I'm gonna have to try that.
Okay, so remember
Yeah.
that. Go to the Chrome Store under extensions, and then type in one word, not three words, one word, go to channel,
Go
right?
to yep, all together. Yep.
Yeah. And that will bring up the extension. And then you click add to Chrome, which it will. And then when you come back to YouTube chats, just refresh the page so that it engages. And then you will see everybody's name is highlighted in like a very pale pastely green.
That's cool shit. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Go to clone. All
For
one
those
word.
other people
I don't
that
want to
might,
do it now because I think I'll probably.
you can go do it. Tell me if you found it.
All
For
right.
those other people that if you don't have that, if you don't already know about that, that's the way to actually get it to show you, because then you don't have to click on the little dots. You don't have to right click on people's names. Just simply click on the name in the chat when it's highlighted green, which everybody's will be. If you refresh the page sometimes, you will see that it comes back up and nobody is highlighted. That doesn't mean that it stopped working. After a refresh, you just have to wait until somebody starts commenting again, and you will see all the names come back up highlighted.
Wait, no. Okay, go to clone, right?
No. You need to go to Chrome Store.
Go
Open up
to
the
clone store.
Yeah, no. Forget about go to at the moment. Forget about go to. You need to go
Okay.
to the web page of Chrome Store.
Clone store.
Okay, and it will open up a whole pile of stuff, and then off to the left
I
side.
spelled clown. I'm sorry. How about the clown store? That's
No, Chrome as in Chrome.
clown. Yeah.
Chrome. Chrome.
Yeah. I did. I spelled clown instead of clone.
Then off to the left-hand side, you should see where it gives you options. Click on the extensions.
Yeah. Clone store.
Click on the extensions. After you click on the extensions, then in the little search bar there, type in go to channel.
Wait a minute. It's not even showing up. No. It says not many reserves contain clone store.
Hang on a minute.
Well, I'm using DuckDuckGo though.
Wait a minute. It still should open up. Wait a minute. Here.
Denver clone store.
Okay. If you look in StreamYards or whatever, and whatever, I've just dropped the link there.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Go there.
Yep.
It takes you to the extensions.
What the fuck's my mouse? I
And
can't
to
find
the
it.
left, it says search the store. Type in where it says search the store, you type in go to channel.
Oh, that's right. It won't work in here. Yeah. Oh, wait. Okay. Never mind. I'm sorry. Oh, you gotta open another page. Yeah. Well, let me click on anything. When we're in the live stream on StreamYard, I can't do anything in the chat. So I have to open up another YouTube.
Great dude, what happened, mate?
Oh, he's
I know
back.
that you were on the phone, but I don't know if you were listening. When you were in the dashboard, you dropped off the panel, you got into dashboard, and then somehow you managed to put yourself without your picture back into my panel.
Chrome.
Did you get that, Dean? Because I've got to go in a minute. So
Okay, it's from Chrome, huh?
Chrome Store.
Oh, Chrome Store. Chrome Web Store. Unedit. Oh, it's got all this shit on there. Zoom.
Yeah, forget about that.
Okay, now so
Sorry,
now
Elizabeth.
I'm in it.
Like Google Play, Chrome Store. You
Yeah,
download that.
I think that's the same thing. With the link that I put up, it's got chrome.google.com web store category extensions. You
Yep.
don't even have to go to that extent. Just go to web store, Chrome web store, and in the search bar, type in there one word, go to channel. It should bring up the extension and it should give the option load to Chrome.
Go to channel. Okay, I put it in the search thing. What the fuck?
Okay.
Yeah, go-to channel offered by.
This looks a lot better than Google Hangouts that you were using.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it says extensions.
Yeah, but in the search bar to the left, there's a little search bar there. Did you type in there go to channel? One
Yes.
word.
Yes.
You did it open up the extension?
Yes.
Did it give you the option add to Chrome?
Add to Chrome. No, I don't see
Over
that.
to the
Oh,
over to
available.
the
Oh, it says available on Chrome.
over to the right, it should have add to Chrome.
It says available on Chrome. See, I don't have Chrome on this computer.
Oh, well, then no wonder it's not going to give you the option to install to Chrome if you don't have Chrome on the computer.
Yeah. It just tells me it doesn't say inside. It says available on Chrome.
Exactly. If you don't have Chrome, how are you going to download it?
Yeah. I don't want it.
That's all right. I'm just letting people know.
Yeah, it's cool. Oh, yeah, it's awesome. But yeah,
Elizabeth,
no.
did you find it?
Well, I avoid lest something doesn't load on like
Oh,
my
okay. Well,
I
obviously, if
love
you don't have Chrome, you can't load the extension because the extension only loads to Chrome. So
Yeah,
if
I
you
have
don't have
Chrome.
Chrome,
I use Chrome in an emergency, like some of these
Yeah.
YouTube vids won't load,
Wait a
so I
minute.
have to
Do I have it?
watch it on that platform.
yeah. Listen, people, I've got to take off. I've got company. Thank you all kindly for coming on. Thank you everybody in the chat for hanging around, and I will catch you guys again real soon.
Okay.
Because
This was
well,
awesome. Thank you for letting me in here, and I like that it says "bite me" up in the top corner where my face is.